upside down. Patients with stenosis, sciatica, bulging discs, neuropathy, scoliosis all find great, long-lasting relief with decompression. Call my Medicare-friendly office today for a free telephone consultation. Johnston Spinal Care, 596-BACK. 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
No matter what it's like outside, Trane makes it comfortable inside. You can get a great deal now on a new heating and cooling system at Trane. Visit TraneInfo.com. Visit TraneInfo.com to find your local dealer and more, because it's hard to stop a train.
Big news from Simply Safe Home Security. Okay. Actually, I think the horns are too much. That's better. Big news! The new wireless outdoor security camera is here. Yes, Simply Safe's award-winning home security just got even better, taking whole home protection to a whole new level. Okay, I'm missing the horns. Simply Safe is celebrating this new camera with 50% off a new system this week. Visit simplysafe.com.
Attorney Joe Cordell.
New school, new job, new home. Change is hard and can leave you feeling isolated. And divorce delivers one of life's hardest blows. The relationships you counted on are suddenly gone. But you don't have to walk through this alone. Call Cordell & Cordell. You're not alone.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Miami area attorneys. Se habla español. Legal services available in English and Spanish. Offices in Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and by appointment only in Dadeland. CordellCordell.com. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
Your new home is calling you to live the good life, starting now. River Hall is where it all starts, a true paradise. River Hall is one of the Gulf Coast's most exclusive master-planned communities, where country club living meets the casual, barefoot Florida lifestyle. River Hall's Davis Love III Championship Golf Course is one of the top-rated courses in the Gulf Coast area, and you'll love River Hall's private Oasis pools, bike paths, fitness center, tennis and bocce courts, and more. Live large with homes priced from just the 500s to the 800s from Pulte. The Pulte collection of breezy, open floor plans offers something for every lifestyle, with upscale finishes and features designed for elegant, gracious living. Here's to finally finding the perfect place. Here's to home. River Hall is just 20 minutes east of Fort Myers in the River Shores District. Come see model homes now. Visit liveriverhall.com. That's liveriverhall.com.
Thank you for waking us all up out here, for all you do. And
thank you for giving us a voice.
For being out there helping to keep the constitutional republic.
I want to thank you for
your support for veterans in the military.
Educating us.
Standing up for conservatism.
Giving us the truth.
Daybreak with Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
Hey, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592. That's the talk and text line streaming live. DrewSteele.com is the website. Steele has 3 E's. We always appreciate you watching and subscribing to the podcast. Man, there is a lot of hypocrisy going around. Hypocrite. Everywhere you turn, there's a hypocrite. It's mostly on the Democrat side, but you're not allowed to say that because they are the perfect as the wind-driven snow individuals because of their political affiliation, and they would never, ever do anything that would be for you, laws for you, rules for you, and not for me or thee or however you want to put that. But no, there's plenty of it. Nancy Pelosi going maskless at a crowded D.C. event. The President of the United States, who made some announcements yesterday, and the infrastructure law that is really going to, well, let's just put it this way. It's not going to help a whole lot with a lot of different issues, including the inflation issue. When you consider all the cash that has to go into this, an infusion of over $180 billion into the transportation pots, piles, coffers, whatever you want to call it. And all of a sudden, all this cash is, where's it going? Hey, just keep printing it up, baby. Just keep printing it up. So after his announcements yesterday on a microphone, stepping off the podium and walking up to people that were watching his speech without a mask. Hey, how does all of this work? We're trying to figure out. You know, it's important that there are individuals in this country that will project not the laws for thee and not for me, but more along the lines of, hey, we got a crisis, we have an issue, we have a lot of things that are going on when it comes to mandates and lockdowns and the vid, and boy, we all have to work together. Not all work together. I mean, you know, you got to do what we tell you to do, and we'll do something completely different. Yeah, that doesn't fly, especially when we're hearing word now, last night, from Peter Doocy, something quite chilling when it comes to what will be announced on Thursday about the next steps in the battle against Omicron or Omicron or however it's pronounced. Nobody knows. The President of the United States is pretty much announcing this Omicron as Omicron, and you understand the confusion. But I'm going to get to that in just a second. It really is unbelievable. Also, Fredo suspended indefinitely. No more Fredo is out. They, just as I get out, they suck me back in. It's like the Godfather, Part 3, except it's the opposite. Just as I stay sucked in, they push me out. Now, that's a really bad analogy, but it is Fredo, Chris Cuomo, the non-killing of individuals in nursing homes. Not that brother, the other one. That would be the former governor. So Fredo there, Chris Cuomo, not to be confused with Andrew Cuomo, is out. So we're going to talk a little bit about that coming up as well. 10,000 for the troops. How are you doing with your cards? We've only got a couple of more days left to go where we will be certain that is the cutoff date, and we'll have our number starting on Monday. Looking forward to Monday next week, where we will have the absolute number of 10,000 for the troops. P.O. Box 877, Fort Myers, 33902. 5,000 and some odd number was of last week. And as we are getting closer to that 10,000 number, where are we? Where are we going to be after today? And certainly leading into next week, will we break the 10,000 mark and then some? Fingers crossed. Let's hope so. With your help, we'll be able to do it. Getting those Christmas cards to our men and women serving overseas. Also, to Mel's Diner, a big thank you for the support that they have lent to us in the past few years, being a drop-off location. So if you've got your cards and letters together and you're not sure whether it's going to make it via the mail, most certainly stop by a Mel's Diner near you and drop those cards off so we can pick them up, have them vetted, and get them off to our men and women serving, as we do each and every year, 10,000 for the troops. All right, where do we start this morning? Let's start with the President of the United States. Let's start with this, because on the heels of a federal judge in Louisiana who decided that, yes, we're going to block Democrat President Joe Biden's vaccine mandate for healthcare workers on Tuesday, issuing a nationwide injunction on the Biden order. Many orders that are starting to pop up now about whether or not constitutionally, legally, we can do this idea of mandating vaccines. On the heels of this is a good story. The Louisiana Attorney General praised the ruling, slammed the Biden administration for villainizing our healthcare heroes with his jab or job edicts. Jab or job edicts. I like that. So that's a... Yep. All right. Well, it's not. Yeah, I guess it's kind of sort of like that. But there you go. The jab or job edicts. So that is something we're keeping an eye on. On the heels of this, the president yesterday, a couple of things happened in some of the pronouncements that he was making. So as he is talking about the infrastructure law, signing that bill into law and how exciting it's going to be for people, he started off yesterday's festivities, if you, it's not really festive, but the president yesterday, first of all, let's get this straight. There are three reasons, Jake, why the president of the United States, Joe Biden, before he was president, why he ran for office. Three clear and concise reasons why. Are you ready? Here we go. Follow along. You got your bell ready? Get the bell ready. Three reasons why. Here we go.
Ran for president. I said I was running for three reasons.
Yep.
One, to restore the soul of the country, to restore some decency to how we dealt with it.
All right, so that's one. Can I get the bell? Okay, that's one.
And two, to rebuild the backbone of the country. Hard-working, middle-class folks and working-class folks who built the country. The folks in Wall Street aren't bad, but they didn't build America.
Okay. So that's two. There was no three. It's just two. He said three, but it's not that big a deal. I mean, what do we worry? Look, he forgets things. He's
true international
right.
pressure.
That's the guy. So, all right, what's the big deal? You stop. Okay, stop making fun of him because he said three reasons and he only came up with two. You've done that before. Many people have done that before. That's not that big a deal. Let's get to the heart of the matter. The heart of the matter is this: when it comes to Omicron or Omicron, however you want to pronounce it, depends on who's the president. You know and I know that, listen, it's nothing to panic about. It's not that bad as we're hearing early on. We don't know necessarily. That's not my words. That is others who have talked about this in South Africa, the experts, the individual who has witnessed this firsthand and was one of the people who discovered this new variant, said mild symptoms. That's what we're seeing right now, pretty mild. Maybe it spreads a little more, but when you get it, we're not talking about hospitalizations and anything like Delta or even the original variant. We're not talking about anything like that, right? So we're talking about something to not panic about. This is what the president says.
As I told the American people yesterday, this new variant is a cause of concern, but not a cause to panic. On Thursday, I'll put forward a detailed strategy outlining how we're going to fight this COVID this winter, not with shutdowns and lockdowns, with more widespread vaccination, boosters, testing, and much more.
Okay, so let's get this straight. The president said that the Omicron or whatever you want to call it, what he calls it, is something that we shouldn't panic about. Keeping an eye on it, right? But there are things and steps that tomorrow, Thursday, will be announced. I want you to listen to this carefully.
On Thursday, I'll put forward a detailed strategy outlining how we're going to fight this COVID this winter.
Okay, so how are we going to fight it this winter, everybody? He's got a detailed message about how it's going to be fought.
Not with shutdowns and lockdowns, with more widespread vaccination.
More widespread vaccinations, and again, ask yourself this question. More widespread vaccinations, more than we have had. How do you plan to have more people now be vaccinated that are not vaccinated? How are you planning on doing this? What's the plan? If you have individuals who want to make an individual decision about their own healthcare choices, when you have individuals who already at this point know whether they have natural immunity, but for the government, it doesn't make a difference if you have natural immunity. Somehow, you still need to get the jab. No. We've got questions about that. We can't say anything about that. You've already put forward a million different ways to try to get people to get vaccinated that don't want to be vaccinated when they know and they've discovered now that this vaccine is something that works like a therapy, not like a traditional vaccine, to the point where the CDC has decided to change the definition of what a vaccine is because this vaccine doesn't work like a traditional vaccine as we have known it in the past. It's again, not my words. So a lot of questions about this. What is the plan? What will be said tomorrow that will now change the dynamic? And then there's the other part.
Boosters, testing, and much more.
And much more. What's the much more? Where are we going next? Now, I'm not suggesting that we might go in the direction of Canada, who has made the decision that nobody can travel on airplanes or trains in Canada if you're not vaccinated. I don't know if you heard that came out yesterday. If you are in Canada, if you're a Canadian, you better be vaccinated. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to get on a plane. You're not going to be able to get on a train. You can't travel. We're not getting to that place, right? But Peter Doocy did have some news he broke last night on Fox News, about 9 p.m. last night. According to the Washington Post, there are some things that are going to be happening, announcements that are going to be made by the president tomorrow.
It sounds like on Thursday, according to the Washington Post, and we have made contact with some White House folks, they're going to announce some of the strictest COVID regulations yet on American citizens, including, according to the Washington Post, requiring all Americans who return from abroad to quarantine in their house for up to 7 days.
So if you travel, you're going to be quarantined up to 7 days?
If that is something that they're going to propose in this speech on Thursday, there are a lot of questions. How do you enforce that? Do you send somebody to the door of somebody that just came back from overseas, regardless of vaccination status or testing status, to make sure that they are home? And also, does that apply to everybody coming into the country, not just folks who come and document it at an airport, but also the undocumented.
Of course it doesn't apply to the undocumented. Of course it doesn't matter about what's going on along our southern border, which, by the way, just because we're not talking about it doesn't mean it's gone away. Can I emphasize that again? Way too many times in a news cycle, if we don't have the opportunity on this program or during the day here on this radio station to talk about a specific place or issue, and certainly the national media is not doing it as well, doesn't mean that the issue has gone away. Our southern border is still a disaster. It's still a danger when it comes to not only the people that are coming across the border and some of the people, the individuals that may not have the best of intentions in mind for a lot of different reasons, human trafficking, smuggling, the fentanyl situation that's going on in this country and how awful it is. And on top of that, undocumented individuals, if you will, making their way, illegals across the border. How are we going to make sure that they're quarantined? What if they have? Oh, we don't know. But you're the problem. So tomorrow, quite an announcement. So these are going to be now the toughest restrictions? What do they look like and how far will they go? And again, on the heels of the announcement, just one of many announcements made, this one in particular as a federal judge is like, listen, healthcare workers on Tuesday making this announcement that the vaccine mandate, well, we're going to put an injunction on that, a nationwide injunction. Where are we going with this? Again, a story that we have to continue to keep an eye on because as we have said many times, there are laws for you, but not for them. Nancy Pelosi goes maskless at a crowded D.C. event. You better have that mask on in a whole lot of places, and it may get tougher coming up now with the president yesterday and what kind of announcements will be made. We'll see. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. We stream live, drewsteele.com, the website. Steele has 3 E's. We always appreciate you watching and subscribing to the podcast. All right, it is Daybreak 92.5, Fox News, right all along.
92.5 Fox News. Right.
This Fox Business Report is presented by the Darda Real Estate Group at dardagroup.com.
I'm Maria Bartiromo, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Shoppers spent less during Black Friday and Cyber Monday than last year, but likely because many heeded advice about supply shortages and shopped earlier. Twitter bans the sharing of private people's photos and videos without their consent. Wall Street deepened its losses after the Federal Reserve chairman said the bank will likely move more quickly to phase out ultra-low interest rate policies, even as jitters over the Omicron variant grow. The Dow dived 652 points, or 1.8%. Omicron's also causing companies to scale back travel plans and events. While the New York Post reports Wall Street executives are pleading for J.P. Morgan to cancel an event in San Francisco next month. Not over COVID worries, but because of crime. I'm Carmen Roberts. That's your Fox Business Report, invested in you.
National Exterminators Theater presents The Godfather's Christmas Carol.
Wait, what's that? I must be dreaming.
Yeah, you're not dreaming, wise guy. It's me, Rats of the Rat.
I thought I whacked you a whiles back.
Yeah, I'm a ghost. Here to warn you and the boys at National Exterminators about some special visitors tonight.
Great, now I may never get back to sleep.
Yeah, and what about me, Bugsy the Roach, the pest of Christmas past? Yeah, I'm gonna haunt you and the boys that rubbed me out too.
And remember us? The Anthill Mob. We're the ghosts of pests in the present. We'll be all over if you don't hire an exterminator.
And me, Godfather, Tony the Termite, the ghost of pests to come. I'm gonna chew up the place because you didn't hire National Exterminators.
I know this movie. It's just like A Christmas Carol. This can't be true, because when me and the boys at National Exterminators rub you out, you stay out.
Your Christmas Carol doesn't have to be a nightmare. Call the boys at National Exterminators at 46 No Bug. That's 46 No Bug. And from the gang at National Exterminators, Merry Christmas.
At the NCH Heart Institute in Naples, Florida, we are transforming cardiac care. Offering the most subspecialties in Southwest Florida, the NCH Heart Institute was named one of America's 100 best hospitals for cardiac care for the 7th year in a row by Healthgrades. We are elevating the patient experience. We are becoming the premier destination for cardiac care. The NCH Heart Institute, at the heart of what matters most.
I'm Chris Walls, and I'm a truck driver from Missouri. For 13 hours a night, I sit in my truck and I drive. Out of boredom, I'll stop and eat. If I'm not doing fast food, I guarantee there's a bag of chips open on my dashboard. That was all until Andro 400. I started out 4 months ago, and since taking Andro 400, I have dropped 45 pounds. I'm sleeping better. There's no cravings. I actually don't even think about food. My knee pain went away. I've had some lower back issues, and I've noticed that went away, and I can only contribute that to Andro 400. One thing that Andro 400 said on the radio ad is it attacks belly fat. Well, let me tell you, it did. The second month is where I saw a drastic change in the size of my stomach. I've lost 6 inches. This product really does work.
So guys, if you'd like to experience similar results, then get Andro 400, the safe, natural, and inexpensive way to boost your testosterone. Go to andro400.com or call 888-400-0435. 888-400-0435.
Guess who has stocked shelves and is ready to help with all of your gift-giving needs? Naples Soap Company. Their inventory isn't stuck on a cargo ship or in a port because Naples Soap Company products are made right here in the USA. Stop by one of their 6 Southwest Florida stores for carefully curated gifts for everyone on your list. Or shop online and ship for free with orders over $50 at naplessoap.com. That's naplessoap.com. Naples Soap Company.
Have lunch with Clay and Buck at noon, right after Glenn Beck at 9. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along. This is Daybreak with Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
In Canada right now, there's a nationwide shortage of maple syrup, for real, and it's a big thing. You know who the biggest consumer of syrup is us. We buy 60% of Canadian syrup. They make 73% of syrup in the world. We buy 60% of it. It's like they opened a donut shop next to a Jenny Craig. They know we can't resist, and they...
Are you a big maple syrup fan, Jake? Jake the Millennial, maple syrup?
No.
You don't like maple? You don't like maple syrup?
No. I'll eat a pancake dry.
Do you really?
I really do. I'm weird.
Now, is it because? All right. So, in case you don't know this story, this maple syrup shortage. 75 or 73% of the world gets their maple syrup from Canada. I mean, that's a big deal, and we consume 60% of that 75%. And there's this shortage, and because people were mentioning this to me yesterday, that, there's a big difference between what you usually get, maple syrup, which is just like corn syrup and whatever, and then the real maple syrup. That's the one that you go to the store shelf and you're like, wait a minute, this is $15 for maple syrup? How's that? Because it's real maple syrup. You've never had it before?
I've had real maple syrup.
The real one, not the fake one, the real one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still nothing.
That's much better than the fake one.
Yeah, okay.
Still sucks.
All right. Dry pancake man. Why does that not surprise me?
92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Holiday meals are easy with Mel's Diner.
We're bringing back good times and great food.
Mel's Holiday Family Meals to Go put everyone in the spirit with Mel's famous slow-roasted turkey, fresh roasted loin of pork, or baked all-natural Virginia ham. Serves up to 6 with homemade stuffing, green beans and corn, and choice of mashed potatoes or mashed sweet potatoes, $79.99. And chicken soup or salad. Serve 6, $9.99 each. You couldn't prepare it for less. Half gallons of margaritas and Bloody Marys ready for takeout, $25.
Mel's Diner.
Or how about a cocktail to go? Mel's Diner gift cards available now with a 20% bonus. For example, buy a $25 gift card and get 30. Call the Mel's Diner nearest you to reserve your holiday family meals to go, including a bonus free whole pumpkin pie, $79.99. Happy holidays from Mel's Diner.
Who will help you get there? You've spent years working, taking care of your kids, saving money, and now you're nearing retirement. Or maybe you're already retired. Now it's your turn. You get to decide where to go next. Will your retirement include travel? Do you have a guide to help you get there? Bob Grace has helped hundreds of families create their retirement roadmap. Don't let financial limitations take you off course in retirement. Bob wants you to have the retirement you've worked so hard for. Come in and meet with Bob and his team. They'll help you create a retirement roadmap that's tailored to your lifestyle and long-term financial goals. Call today at 239-249-8888 and schedule a visit. 239-249-8888 or visit retirewithgrace.com. Firm offers insurance services. Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AE Wealth Management, LLC.
Due to chip shortage, Regional Car Buying Group is coming to Fort Myers and wants to buy your car. If you want to sell your car and don't want to hassle with dealerships that won't give you what it's worth, come to the Regional Car Buying event at CenturyLink Park, December 10th and 11th. Regional Car will make you a great offer and buy your car on the spot, no matter the year, make, or model. Join us at CenturyLink Park on December 10th and 11th. All you need is your title or payoff information, a valid registration, and a photo ID. Don't forget all keys and remotes. Want more information? Go to regionalcarbuyingevent.com.
When you want the very best for your home, there's only one name that stands alone. Hardware and glass in harmony. No frames, no mess. You'll love what you see. Quality, style, and huge selection. Give your bath the look of perfection. Want to see more? Go to my shower door.
It's 92.5 Fox News. And we've been right all along.
Wink News, traffic.
Heading out right now on I-75 should be a very clear and quiet commute. All of our overnight construction is cleared around Colonial Boulevard, so just seeing some cones and barrels off to the side of the road. No actual lane blockage. Very good news for your drive up and down the interstate. Heading through 41, not seeing any major slowdowns early on this morning as well. We are still crash and incident-free across Southwest Florida. You're taking Alligator Alley toward the East Coast. We're still delay-free there as well. Area bridges running up to speed at about 2 to 3 minutes in each direction, in and out of Cape Coral and from North Fort Myers into downtown Fort Myers. That trip to the minute traffic, I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Nice dry conditions persist for your Wednesday with high pressure building back in across the area. This will lead to a warming trend that'll take us into the upcoming weekend. In fact, temperatures today heading back into the upper 70s to lower 80s for daytime highs under what'll be a mix of sun and clouds by this afternoon. Winds will be out of the east-southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. We keep with a partly cloudy sky as we head into tonight. Dry conditions persisting as we head throughout tomorrow. 59 waking up on your Thursday. We're back to 81 for tomorrow afternoon under a mostly sunny sky. Partly cloudy on Friday with another high near 81 degrees. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Whether you're commuting to the office or driving to the beach, always stay to the right with 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Join Jason and Todd at the Diamond District this weekend for their Winter Diamond Bridal Event. Save 20% off beautiful engagement rings from A. Jaffe, C. Gonshore, Fana, Simon G, and more. Choose from the largest selection of GIA loose certified diamonds at the lowest prices.
It's Medicare open enrollment now through December 7th. That means it's time to look at your coverage options. Whether you're almost 65 or been enrolled for years, you have a choice and the chance to pick the best plan for your lifestyle. Millennium Physician Group is here to help with our Medicare Connect program. Learn the latest plan options, compare coverage, and enroll. Visit yourmedicareconnect.com and live your best life with the best Medicare plan for you. Millennium Medicare Connect. Visit yourmedicareconnect.com.
Hey, it's Drew Steele, and get ready because it's time once again. This Friday, Oaks Farm Seed to Table. We do our first Friday live broadcast, and we love being out there and love seeing you there for the show, 6 to 9 a.m. They open up an hour earlier so that you can come in and enjoy some great breakfast and so much more. Maybe do some shopping while you're there as well. And you know how awesome Seed to Table is and what a great place it is to shop. We hope to see you there. Oaks Farm Seed to Table, our first Friday broadcast, 6 to 9 a.m. at the corner of Immokalee and Livingston Road in Naples. Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News.
Southwest Florida, are you getting the most out of your Medicare benefits? Annual enrollment is October 15th through December 7th. With the United Healthcare Medicare Advantage Plan, you get more for your Medicare dollar, including benefits like vision, hearing, dental care, and much more. Take advantage. Call United Healthcare today at 1-855-608-8763. That's 1-855-608-8763. Benefits, features, or devices vary by plan and area. Limitations and exclusions apply.
Matt and Justin here with Island Air with some great news for all of Southwest Florida. When the time comes to replace your old, outdated air conditioning system, you don't have to pull from any of your fund money to do so.
Over the past year and a half, we know that many people have sacrificed their vacations.
Now, for a limited time, we are including a vacation voucher with the purchase of your new home air conditioning system. redeemable for cruises and luxury condos in many countries around the world.
It's your choice with a qualified purchase of a cruise or condo resort voucher. You can choose 4,500 different resort options, 106 countries around the world.
Please take the opportunity to let Island Air take you to the islands or many other places around the world.
A vacation can be yours with the purchase of a new air conditioning system. Call us today to find out more details on how to claim your voucher. Just give us a call, 239-466-8668.
Call 466-8668 for more details.
License number CAC 057544.
When you want the very best for your home, there's only one name that stands alone. Hardware and glass in harmony. No frames, no mess. You'll love what you see. Quality, style, and huge selection. Give your bath the look of perfection. Wanna see more? Go to my shower door.
Liberals suck. That's why we have Clay and Buck. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton. Today, noon to 3 on 92.5 Fox News. Right, all along.
All right, 239-479-5592, the talk and text line streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website, Steele has 3 E's. Thank you for watching, subscribing to the podcast. Coming up at 7:05, Zach Smith, Heritage Foundation, heritage.org. We're going to talk about a couple of different Supreme Court decisions that are getting ready to be made. One of the biggest is going to be on what people are calling abortion rights and how this could fundamentally change everything. I mean, everything's going to change. Abortion rights are on the line at the Supreme Court. No, they're not. No, they're not on the line. The justices on Wednesday will weigh whether to uphold a Mississippi law that bans abortion after 15 weeks and overrule the 73 Roe v. Wade decision. See, that is a very inflammatory headline right there, if you were to put that out, because that's not really what is going on, and we're going to get into more details. Make no mistake about it, that the Roe v. Wade decision as a court decision was a terrible decision. We'll talk about that more coming up and explain why. And the fact of the matter is that this does not mean, and this decision that will be coming down and weighing in on this, possibly, the talk of weighing in on this today, and we'll see how it goes, is not going to be one that is going to change and eliminate and get rid of abortion completely in this country. It's not going to happen. But it does have the opportunity to put it in the hands of states and have states decide, and have people decide in those states and make the decisions that they will make, that they would desire in the state that they live in, as to whether or not this is something that they want to have. And of course, automatically, that means that there are certain individuals that will do anything and everything, whatever it takes, to see fit, to see to it that it will not happen. And what do I mean by that? And we're going to get into more detail on this. I don't want to spend too much time right now because I do want to move on. But there has already been the discussion by one Democrat senator, and who was it? Jean Shaheen in New Hampshire, who already said that if something were to happen other than the decision that they want, and remember what that decision is, a decision that says the opposite of what would be discussed here. The oral arguments in this case, centering around Mississippi's restrictive abortion law that has the potential to decide the fate of Roe v. Wade. And we'll find out whether or not this is the case. And the talk from Jean Shaheen, a senator from New Hampshire, Democrat, is what specifically? Do we have the audio? Let's see if this is the audio here. Let me play this.
This infringement on women's rights, on our privacy, on the attempt to have state control of our personal health, really is what we would see in an authoritarian state.
Really? So if a state was making the decision based on the voters in that state, that's authoritarian. Okay.
It's not what we would expect.
No, it's not. And it's not what you would expect. Okay, go ahead.
New Hampshire. I think if you want to see a revolution, go ahead, outlaw Roe v. Wade and see what the response is.
I'll stop right there. I think if you want to see a revolution, go ahead, outlaw Roe v. Wade and see what the response is. Really, what response are you suggesting? If you want to see a revolution, really, what kind of revolution? What are we going to see? What's going to happen on the streets of America? What's your suggestion, Senator? Yeah, we'll talk about that more coming up. But you know what the answer is. In this world, in this country, being run by Democrats and blue cities and states, and we are seeing and witnessing what is happening within these blue cities and states, Democrats running the show, where we have looting and rioting. We have the kind of looting that's going on right now in major metropolitan cities, all being run by Democrats, blue cities, where there are smash and grabs that are going on, large groups of individuals running into buildings, sometimes 60, 70 people at a time, running into stores and just smashing and grabbing whatever they can. It doesn't seem as if there is anyone there in these blue cities, in these Democrat-run cities, to stop this from happening. It just continues. We have one person, I think, just recently, and I'm trying to think of who it was, if I can find the story, and I believe it was out of California, where there's finally someone who is stepping up and saying, we can't do this anymore. I've got to have funding of police. Oakland, the Democrat mayor in Oakland, is pleading for a reversal of the defunding the police right now because of what is happening in the city. And they see it in places like Oakland and places like San Francisco and other places. And again, getting back to what Jean Shanine said, the revolution is already here. It's already going on. I mean, anybody who thinks that we're trying to lead up to or getting prepared to a time when we've gone over, we're already over the cliff. We're already on the ground. If you're waiting for something to happen, it's already happening now. It's happening on our streets. And we see what's going on in these cities. And again, when she says revolution, what does that mean? That means if they don't get the decision, and you know who they are, if they don't get the decision that they want, Democrats aren't saying, listen, you know what? Time to re-examine what's going on with Roe v. Wade. Time to examine what's going on with our discussion about abortion. You know, times have changed from the 70s. We have medical innovations that are just miraculous and unbelievable when we're told that there are people, certain individuals in wombs that are not viable because somebody has dubbed it that way because of what? Medical decisions that were made 50 years ago. The times have changed, and it's a little different now. And if you took a time to crack a book open and read, you might realize that and be surprised to find out how early in life, and yes, I use that word correctly, how early in life you could perform surgery, how early in life that you can do things in vitro to save a child's life, to look at the medical conditions that we are in right now and see that it is not the same, and to say, you know what, maybe that should all be No. The Democrats don't do that. Certain individuals don't do that. Certain individuals who are just, it's our way, and this is the way of life we want. And when it comes to abortion, there is no middle ground at all. There is nothing to be said here. It is our way. And the discussion of states' rights or any other right or the right of individual, no. We don't get to do that. We don't get to have that discussion. We will make sure that the streets will be filled with individuals that will be committing a revolution, if you will. Her words, right? You want to see a revolution? Go ahead. Overturn Roe v. Wade and watch what happens. Because the decision doesn't go their way. It's quite different. 239-479-5592. All right, not where I wanted to go at this moment, but did there for a second. All right, let's get to this. Cuomo's out. Fredo's out. He's done. He's gone. We find out that he is suspended indefinitely following the release of new documents this week that reveal that he leveraged media sources to dig up dirt on his brother's accusers. Are you catching this? Do you realize what's happened here? You know, CNN, that's just, you're You're talking about a place that you go to where you're just going to get the facts and the truth. It is the most trusted name in news. It seems I can't even say it with a straight face. It's ridiculous. It's never been the most trusted. But for some people, they like to believe it is because it's a slogan, and slogans are like feelings. You know, that's what liberals love. Liberals love emotions, they love feelings, and they love slogans. But they're really bad at memes, which is a whole other thing. So they've suspended him. Fredo was suspended indefinitely. These text messages that showed up, how he was, follow what's going on here. So apparently how things went down is that Chris Cuomo wasn't being truthful when he told his viewers that, listen, he wasn't talking to members of the media about any kind of scandals that were involving his brother. And, you know, nothing's going on here until you find out that he was going to rival outlets like NBC and other places, talking to sources to say, hey, are there some women that are getting ready to come out and say something? Anything going on here when it comes to what's happening with any other accusers? Do you know anything? Well, yeah, we've got some info. Oh, really? Can you give me their name and maybe we can be prepared to talk about this? And then digging up intel about maybe stories that are coming up about accusers so that he can go and dox them. Is that what was happening here? In one case, Chris Cuomo was tasked by Melissa DeRosa, at the time a top aide to Andrew Cuomo, with gathering intel, quote unquote, about a looming story by Ronan Farrow from The New Yorker, a reporter. Cuomo was successful telling DeRosa in a text message on March 15th that Farrow's story is, quote, not ready for tomorrow. In another message, Cuomo appeared to signal that he spoke directly with Farrow. He also checked into rumored stories by other outlets, including Politico. Other texts show that the CNN host drafted entire statements he hoped the New York gubernatorial office would release and attribute to Cuomo, who was governor at the time. He's putting together the language of what he should say to help him. It's stunning. And on the other side of this, so Cuomo, Fredo's out, indefinitely suspended, destroying whatever credibility CNN had left, which was minuscule at best. Then we have the other side of this. Red State had this story. NBC News has some explaining to do as well after the Cuomo revelations. You know, we find out from the state attorney in New York about the crafting of an expansive and targeted response strategy to the sexual harassment allegations against the former governor there, Andrew Cuomo. But then we come to find out that the, who was it? It was... who did we just mention? Smith, that was part of the governor's response team and was someone who was in discussion there as well with CNN and Chris Cuomo. This was Michelle DeRosa and others who were communicating with people at NBC. A text message to senior advisors and allies. One person was bragging from the governor's office, was bragging that MSNBC host Katie Tur was using her talking points about Cuomo live on the air. I'm texting with Katie Tur. This one individual wrote to the group. She's saying my spin live on the air like verbatim. So are you following this? So you have Cuomo and the office, who is giving MSNBC host Katie Tur talking points, and she's live on the air. She's live texting MSNBC host Katie Tur, who is regurgitating these talking points to cover for the former governor. What? There's a lot here. But suffice to say, ultimately, what it comes down to is something very simple. CNN has no credibility. They've never had credibility. Well, for the longest time, they haven't had it. Chris Cuomo is not a journalist, and other media outlets were willing to protect the Democrat Party and Democrats and people that they loved, like Andrew Cuomo, who they thought could be the next president of the United States, willing to protect those political allies. And some might say it's shocking, but it's really not. The question now is, what happens next? What will happen? What will they do? You know, if CNN is going to ultimately clean house and it's going to be a brand new day, CNN is going to be a different place to visit, you know, getting back to hardcore news and is that going to happen? And if it is going to happen, who's necessarily going to go there, and how long would it take to build up trust for people to actually go to it as a news outlet, a trusted news outlet? This just in.
Breaking news.
A bombshell.
Yeah, they're not going to. 239-479-5592, the talk and text line, streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website. Steele has 3 E's. We appreciate you watching, subscribing to the podcast. 10,000 for the troops. Thank you so much. Keep the cards coming. Friday is the deadline, so you still have time to get those Christmas cards to our men and women serving overseas. It's Daybreak 92.5, Fox News, right all along with traffic. Here's Therese O'Shea.
Heading out right now on I-75 should be a very clear and quiet commute. All of our overnight construction is cleared around Colonial Boulevard, so just seeing some cones and barrels off to the side of the road. No actual lane blockage. Very good news for your drive up and down the interstate. Heading through 41, not seeing any major slowdowns early on this morning as well. We are still crash and incident-free across Southwest Florida. You're taking Alligator Alley toward the East Coast. We're still delay-free there as well. Area bridges running up to speed at about 2 to 3 minutes in each direction, in and out of Cape Coral and from North Fort Myers into downtown Fort Myers. That trip to the minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
We're heading into another nice and slightly warmer day for your Wednesday. Temperatures will be pushing back into the upper 70s to lower 80s for daytime highs under a mix of sun and clouds by this afternoon. Winds will be out of the east-southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Partly cloudy but dry as we head into tonight. Your Thursday morning featuring a low near 59 degrees. We're back to 81 for your Thursday afternoon with a mostly sunny sky. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
We invite you to come see us at Duncan's Diamonds. We're having our greatest Christmas sale ever and celebrating in Port Charlotte with our giant grand opening. Everything in the entire store is specially priced with amazing savings. All diamonds and diamond jewelry are specially priced right now with spectacular savings. Christmas will be here before you know it, so now's the best time to buy diamonds. From diamond earrings to the most fashionable jewelry at unbeatable prices. We guarantee you will be amazed and find great gifts for everyone on your list. This Christmas sale and grand opening celebration at Duncan's Diamonds is the largest ever. Now's the time to save. Come see us. You can enjoy Duncan's Diamonds layaway or save with fantastic holiday financing plans. It's worth the drive to come to Duncan's Diamonds. It's happening right now. Don't miss it. Come see us. Now open in Port Charlotte Town Center.
Searching everywhere for great prices on appliances? No, you're not, because you have better things to do. Besides, Good Deals has it for less, and they have plenty of items in stock despite shortages everywhere else. Remember, Good Deals guarantees the lowest price on everything they sell. Find a lower price anywhere, and Jay will beat it, guaranteed. Visit one of the showrooms in Fort Myers, Naples, and Cape Coral, or shop online at gooddealsappliances.com.
Good Deals Appliances. Have we got a deal for you?
With each breath, allergens, germs, and viruses get trapped in your nose. Now, there's a simple, easy, and effective way to clean your nose and protect your health. It's called Navage. N-A-V-A-G-E. Available at Navage.com.
Does market turbulence and economic turmoil have you worried about your retirement nest egg? I'm Alfie Townsend. Learn how to navigate these uncertain times. Tune in to Saving the Investor radio show every Saturday at 9 a.m. or visit us at savingtheinvestor.com.
Hi, this is Jay, president of Big Island Builders, a custom home builder here in Naples. For over 20 years, our company has had the privilege of building some of the most high-quality, unique homes in Naples. Recently, we built a home on Yucca Road in Naples that we consider our crowning achievement. This home was recognized and awarded 5 Sandollar Awards. To see a virtual tour or pictures of this amazing home, please visit our website at bigislandbuilders.com.
The right place for local talk. Drew now. Trey for the drive at 5. 92.5 Fox News. right all along.
All right, coming up in a couple of minutes, Zach Smith from the Heritage Foundation, heritage.org, will be talking more in detail about some of the Supreme Court decisions that will be made coming up, some of what is happening with regard to vaccine mandates and the Mississippi case before the Supreme Court and what we may or may not see. That's on the way. Scheduled to be here at 8:05 is Sean Spicer. He's got a brand new book, Radical Nation, and also would love to talk to him about the news of the day. So on tap, scheduled to be here at 8:05 is Sean Spicer. So looking forward to that conversation. And we'll get more into some of these other stories, including one that I'm not sure if you're going to hear too much about. There was a little tease yesterday about how it looks like the Florida School Board Association is leaving the National School Board Association. So that affiliation is going to be cut off. So that was some interesting news from yesterday. That's right. So we'll have some discussion on that. And something else that I wanted to play quickly before we go to break. Just in case you're wondering what is happening when it comes to critical race theory in schools and how there are so many people, the New York Times, Washington Post, and others that are saying, oh, listen, K through 12 schools, stop it. Critical race theory isn't being taught in K through 12 schools. There are some people on the school board right now in Lee County that would have you and insist to you that there's no way, shape, or form that anything with critical race theory is being taught. No, it's not happening. Well, it's interesting because the Detroit superintendent, I know we're not in Detroit, but it is interesting that the superintendent there had some comments to say yesterday that Christopher Rufo, the great Christopher Rufo, who is a senior fellow at the Manhattan Institute and has been keeping an eye on everything critical race theory, found this audio. And it's quite interesting. And I think everybody should hear this because please don't tell us that critical race theory doesn't exist or isn't being taught. Listen.
Our curriculum is deeply using critical race theory, especially in social studies, but you'll find it in English language arts and the other disciplines. We were very intentional about creating a curriculum, infusing materials, and embedding critical race theory within our curriculum.
Really? Infusing and embedding critical race theory within our curriculum? Really? Huh. Now, I know what you're saying. You're like, oh, why would you play a superintendent of schools in Detroit in the school system that is telling you to your face that it's being taught, that they're very intentional about it? I mean, why would you do that? Are you suggesting that there are other school districts around the country, maybe even in the state of Florida, maybe even in a district near you that's doing the same thing? Really? Are you suggesting that? I'll let you decide what I'm suggesting. Don't tell us it doesn't exist, because it does.
92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hey guys, it's Robbie Raw. As an RN and health and fitness expert, I know that self-care from head to toe is so important for a healthy, fit lifestyle. One of my secrets for staying active, fit, and pain-free are my amazing art supports from the Good Feet store. It's not just about what shoes you wear, it's what's in them and how your body aligns from your feet on up. I'm telling you, these were a game changer for me. I am as active as ever, and I feel like myself again. If you have foot pain, knee, hip, or back pain, the first thing you should do is visit the Good Feet store for a free personalized fitting and test walk. I'm not going to stop living my best life anytime soon, nor should you. To be the best version of you, you need to take care of yourself, and the Good Feet store can make that happen. And by the way, when you feel great, you look great, and that's the raw truth. Learn more and find the location nearest you at goodfeet.com.
Due to chip shortage, Regional Car Buying Group is coming to Fort Myers and wants to buy your car. If you want to sell your car and don't want to hassle with dealerships that won't give you what it's worth, come to the Regional Car Buying event at CenturyLink Park, December 10th and 11th. Regional Car will make you a great offer and buy your car on the spot, no matter the year, make, or model. Join us at CenturyLink Park on December 10th and 11th. All you need is your title or payoff information, a valid registration, and a photo ID. Don't forget all keys and remotes. Want more information? Go to regionalcarbuyingevent.com.
You can crack open a fortune cookie to find out whether you qualify for the Earned Income Tax Credit, the EITC, or you can stop guessing and know. Log on to irs.gov, keyword EITC. or call us at 1-800-TAX-1040. That's 1-800-TAX-1040. Or ask your tax preparer. So if you'd rather know if you qualify for the EITC, consider it done.
We're so glad you set your radio right here. 92.5 WFSX Estero. Fox News. Right all along.
Changing more rules for travel. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. The CDC late last night said it's moving to change a requirement on all air travelers to the U.S. to show a COVID negative test 1 day before a flight. Now it's within 3 days if you're vaccinated.
We're going to learn a lot more in the next couple weeks about the lethality of this virus, about how much it spreads.
President Biden's been sued numerous times for COVID vaccine mandates. One European country is going further than him. Fox's Simon Owens live in London.
Dave, Greece is planning to fine anyone over the age of 60 who refuses to get a COVID-19 vaccine.
Αντίτιμο υγείας.
Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis said he'd been tortured by the decision, but called it necessary to protect people. Anyone refusing a shot will be fined $65 monthly beginning in the new year. Greece is the first EU country to target a specific age group like this. Just under 2/3 of its population is vaccinated. Dave?
Simon, the Supreme Court considers a big abortion case today.
A Mississippi law banning most abortions after 15 weeks of pregnancy would alter a legal precedent for abortion, first put in place by the 1973 Roe v. Wade case, prohibiting limits on the procedure up to the third trimester. Lower courts have struck down Mississippi's law. The state argues a viability rule set by Roe is not workable.
Fox's Jared Halpern. A 14-year-old girl is on a ventilator in Michigan. One of the 8 wounded in the shooting at Oxford High School that left 3 other students dead as others ran and hid.
5 gunshots nonstop, kept going, and then after that, I was out the building.
The accused gunman's a 15-year-old sophomore in custody but not talking. 2 people were shot at a high school basketball game last night in Humboldt, Tennessee. 1 died, and a police officer was killed in Clayton County, Georgia, responding to a domestic disturbance. 3 others killed. America's listening to Fox News.
I struggled with symptoms.
This update is presented by Lee Auto Group. Find your perfect vehicle at lee-cars.com.
Wink News, traffic.
Heading out right now on I-75 should be a very clear and quiet commute. All of our overnight construction is cleared around Colonial Boulevard, so just seeing some cones and barrels off to the side of the road. No actual lane blockage. Very good news for your drive up and down the interstate. Heading through 41, not seeing any major slowdowns early on this morning as well. We are still crash and incident-free across Southwest Florida. You're taking Alligator Alley toward the East Coast. We're still delay-free there as well. Area bridges running up to speed at about 2 to 3 minutes in each direction, in and out of Cape Coral and from North Fort Myers into downtown Fort Myers. A trip to the minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Nice dry conditions persist for your Wednesday with high pressure building back in across the area. This will lead to a warming trend that'll take us into the upcoming weekend. In fact, temperatures today heading back into the upper 70s to lower 80s for daytime highs under what will be a mix of sun and clouds by this afternoon. Winds will be out of the east-southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. We keep with a partly cloudy sky as we head into tonight. Dry conditions persisting as we head throughout tomorrow. 59 waking up on your Thursday. We're back to 81 for tomorrow afternoon under a mostly sunny sky. Partly cloudy on Friday with another high near 81 degrees. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Looking for 92.5 Fox News online? Big news. You'll be all set when you go to rightallalong.net.
Thank you, Southwest Florida, for thinking about our men and women serving overseas this time of year. It is so important that we remember them with Christmas cards. 10,000 for the troops. P.O. Box 877, Fort Myers 33902. But you can also drop them off at any one of 5 Mel's Diner locations around Southwest Florida. Fort Myers, Cape Coral, Bonita, and 2 in Naples. Thank you to Mel's Diner. 10,000 for the troops. 92.5 Fox News.
Hi. I'm Congressman Mario Diaz-Balart, representing Florida's 25th Congressional District. As your representative, I work for you. If you need help dealing with a federal agency, my team can help navigate the federal bureaucracy and make sure your government is actually working for you. To receive assistance, please call my office at 239-348-1620. It's an honor and privilege to serve you in Congress.
This ad was paid for by official funds authorized by the U.S. House of Representatives.
Do you really want to go through another year with that awful joint pain? Listen, don't do it. Resolve right now to get yourself moving again for 2022. Hey, it's True Steel. It's time to call QC Kinetics. Non-surgical regenerative treatments for joint pain. We're talking lasting results using natural biologics. No surgery, no pain meds, no steroids, and no downtime. This is really exciting stuff. Regenerative, restorative treatments that actually encourage your body to heal itself using highly concentrated natural biologics. Patients rave about it for hip pain relief, knee pain relief, shoulder and back pain relief. Look, don't let them keep giving you steroids. And don't let them tell you surgery is your only option. Get a free second opinion at QC Kinetics. Do it now. And imagine life in 22 without pain. Call the local medical professionals at QC Kinetics now. 239-893-PAIN. 239-893-PAIN. 239-893-PAIN.
National Exterminators Theater presents The Godfather's Christmas Carol.
Wait, what's that? I must be dreaming.
Yeah, you're not dreaming, wise guy. It's me, Rats of the Rat.
I thought I whacked you a whiles back.
Yeah, I'm a ghost. Here to warn you and the boys at National Exterminators about some special visitors tonight.
Great, now I may never get back to sleep.
Yeah, and what about me, Bugsy the Roach, the pest of Christmas past? Yeah, I'm gonna haunt you and the boys that rubbed me out too.
And remember us? The Anthill Mob. We're the ghosts of pests in the present. We'll be all over if you don't hire an exterminator.
And me, Godfather, Tony the Termite, the ghost of pests to come. I'm gonna chew up the place because you didn't hire National Exterminators.
I know this movie. It's just like A Christmas Carol. This can't be true, because when me and the boys at National Exterminators rub you out, you stay out.
Your Christmas Carol doesn't have to be a nightmare. Call the boys at National Exterminators at 46 No Bug. That's 46 No Bug. And from the gang at National Exterminators, Merry Christmas.
100% organic food and thought.
We live in a fast-paced, fast food world. Meanwhile, people have gotten sicker. We've lost our connection to the earth, to our food, and where it comes from. Food and Thought in Naples is an oasis where people can reconnect to their food and where it comes from. It's not just a grocery store, it's a lifestyle.
100% organic food and thought.
Thank you for waking us all up out here, for all you do. And
thank you for giving us the voice.
For being out there helping to keep the constitutional republic.
I want to thank you for
your support for veterans in the military.
Educating us.
Standing up for conservatism.
Giving us the truth.
Daybreak with Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
Hey, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592, the talk and text line, streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website, Steele has 3 E's. We appreciate you watching and subscribing to the podcast. Also, 10,000 for the troops, P.O. Box 877, Fort Myers, 33902. Trying to get 10,000 Christmas cards to our men and women serving overseas this holiday season. We do it each and every year, and hopefully with your help, we'll break 10,000 and then some, and get them out before Friday. December 3rd is the cutoff date, cutoff certain. Monday, we will have the final results, the final numbers to find out how we did this year, so we are really excited about that. Also, Mel's Diner locations as a drop-off point. So if you feel like you want to get them to us quicker, just go to a Mel's Diner location, drop them off there, and we'll have Kim Gade and everybody at Lee Health, who have been doing an amazing job of vetting the cards and getting them prepared for travel. They'll pick them up, and we'll get them out. 10,000 for the troops. P.O. Box 877, Fort Myers, 33902. I always love having Zach Smith on from the Heritage Foundation, heritage.org. He is a senior fellow there, and I am a legal fellow, and I am always appreciative of a few minutes of his time, as I have a couple of questions to ask, not only about the SCOTUS case that the SCOTUS will hear the abortion case, but also on some things that have to do with some recent headlines, bail policies, that I really wanted to get into, and he is the best. Zach Smith joining us on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Good morning, my friend. How are you, sir?
I'm doing okay, Drew. Thanks so much for having me on today.
You know, I always appreciate you, and I also appreciate you getting up early with us, so thank you for that. And a couple of things, I wanted to get to. Before I get into the story that you wrote about with others about the Waukesha deaths and a preventable result that could have been because when you think about bail policies and what has been taking place, a lot of people need to know more about that and recognize what's going on there. We'll get to that in just a bit, but I just wanted to get your take on what was going to happen and the significance of this case before the Supreme Court. And, here you have 9 justices that have an opportunity to do something that is important not only for those like myself that are all about life and the preservation of life, but also about doing something constitutionally that is right. And I think that's an important aspect to this.
No, that's exactly right, Drew. Look, basically the justices today in this case, it's Dobbs v. Jackson Women's Health. It's a challenge to Mississippi's abortion law that they placed on the book several years ago. But the core issue confronting the justices is whether or not they're going to overrule Roe v. Wade and Planned Parenthood v. Casey, which, frankly, create a constitutional right to an abortion out of whole cloth. And since those decisions have been handed down, whether you're pro-life or pro-choice, they've been criticized on constitutional grounds, on the legal reasoning that the justices used when creating those decisions. And, I think constitutionally, they're just very bad decisions, very constitutionally unmoored decisions. And I'm hopeful today at the oral arguments in this case that it will become clear that a majority of the justices on the current court share that view and are willing to overrule those cases. There is some concern about some of the justices, like Chief Justice Roberts, what he'll do, whether he'll vote to retain Roe and Planned Parenthood v. Casey. But I think legally the answer is clear. Those cases need to be overturned.
Yeah, and I think the importance of looking at the constitutionality of these cases, looking at it and revisiting for a couple of different reasons. People have brought up to me, Zach, the fact that if you even fundamentally were going to look at the 73 case and you were going to look at that situation and then you were to say, well, times have changed. Medicine has changed. The work that doctors can do in vitro is just incredible. Does that become part of that as well? Because that gets confusing to people when they hear that. Is that part of this as well, where we are medically? If you're going to look at it specifically that way.
Well, one of the things those cases did, they established the point of viability as the point where states have once a unborn child is viable outside of the womb, at that point, states have a stronger interest in regulating abortion. But because of medical technology advances like you're talking about, the point of viability is continuing to become, sooner and sooner, earlier in the pregnancy.
Right.
But legally speaking, really that viability point, that's something the justices just made up out of whole cloth. That's not in the Constitution. A right to an abortion is not in the Constitution. And so while certainly kind of the reasons the justices originally, the policy reasons the justices originally used to justify these decisions, Roe and Planned Parenthood v. Casey, those certainly no longer seem to be true today as well. Not only in terms of increased medical technology, but in terms of new opportunities for women in the workforce, new opportunities for childcare, health care, for children when they're born. All of those things today are fundamentally different than they were in the 1970s when Roe was handed down. But again, Drew, I think the important thing to remember, those are policy arguments.
Right.
Those are arguments that need to be addressed by Congress, by state legislatures. That is not the job of federal courts to implement those policy choices. And so on constitutional grounds, Roe and Casey need to be overturned.
There are a lot of scare tactics that are being used, one of which we hear far too often in this discussion lately, and especially just in the past couple of days, is this notion that this case, this particular one, this is going to end it all. Zach, it's never going to happen again. In this country, there will not be abortion after this decision is made, if it goes the way that we are hopeful that it will go, which is not true. We're taking this to a state level, right? This is what we're doing now. Which is where it should be at this point, and to allow the people in individual states to do this. But that it's just a fear tactic. That's what that is.
No, that's exactly right. I mean, look, I have no doubt today at oral arguments, you'll have some of the justices, like Justice Sonia Sotomayor or Justice Elena Kagan, who are going to try to basically lay out a perceived parade of horribles. What would happen if the court overturns Roe, if it overturns Planned Parenthood v. Casey. But you're exactly right. The issue, if the justices do decide to overturn those decisions, which they should, will not immediately ban all abortions, but it will return to the states where it resided before the court created this constitutional right to an abortion out of whole cloth. And state legislatures would be free to essentially regulate abortions for their citizens as they do for so many other areas of daily life.
Right. And so we have to keep an eye on this. And once again, it certainly is an important decision, but one that we have to watch and see how it goes. We'll continue to watch this case. And then the other thing I wanted to talk to you about, Zach Smith, legal fellow at the Meese Center for Legal and Judicial Studies at the Heritage Foundation, heritage.org, is a story that you had and you discussed, and it has to do with the horrific Waukesha deaths that happened, and then the consideration of many, which is, could this have been prevented? The consideration that it didn't have to be this way, and it's true, and it all has to do with what happens with the law and what people are continuously talking about on the left, if you will, and many people, about bail reform, and how in this case, my goodness, it's stunning how clear it is and how obvious the problem is. And whether or not there is something that can be done in the future, considering what certain individuals are demanding when it comes to bail policies. Can you speak to that a little bit?
Right, absolutely. Unfortunately, Drew, this is part of a larger nationwide push. We've seen in cities around the country, George Soros, other left-leaning billionaires have pushed to implement and get elected radical, rogue, left-leaning district attorneys. And part of the platform that many of these rogue DAs have, it's something my colleague Kelly Stimson and I have written about extensively, is to essentially eliminate bail for most suspects. Traditionally, when prosecutors charge someone, when someone's committed a crime, judges look at two factors when deciding whether or not to set bail and what amount to set it in. They look at whether someone's a flight risk, whether they're going to leave the jurisdiction and show up for court again, and they look at whether or not that person's a danger to the community. But unfortunately, because many of these rogue DAs are not seeking bail, they're not asking the judge to implement, appropriate bail in many cases, you see situations like the one in Wisconsin that you mentioned. And shocking about that is John Chisholm, the rogue DA in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. He gave an interview several years ago where he said, at some point, is someone going to, essentially kill someone because of my policies? Yeah, absolutely. It's going to happen. And to hear that kind of callous acknowledgement, it really is just shocking. And, it really makes this tragedy that was avoidable even more tragic.
Right. And so I just wonder if it's a situation where this is where if I could say this, not only the court of public opinion, where they see this, they examine the story now. They say, could something have been done? And you say yes, and then you lay out what exactly is taking place. And the problem, and people see this, and now we have to have judges and justices who understand what we understand and what the facts are, and how these policies are not only failures, but they're dangerous.
100%. And look, it's not just one isolated incident.
Yeah.
A similar thing happened in Philadelphia, where the rogue DA there, Larry Krasner, released a suspect, didn't implement appropriate charges, didn't seek bail appropriately, ended up killing a police officer. That was completely avoidable. And I could go on. There's a list, the rogue DA in San Francisco, Chesa Boudin. Unfortunately, as long as these rogue DAs continue to implement their radical left-wing policies, stories like this are going to continue to proliferate.
Yeah. And unfortunately, it does seem like there is one name in particular of an individual who seems to be connected far too often with some of these rogue individuals and the policies that are put out there. That's a story for another day and probably a whole day of discussion. But certainly, again, we keep an eye on all of these stories and certainly the one from today and the oral arguments, and we'll see how things go with the SCOTUS abortion case. And we'll see how it shakes out. Zach Smith joining us on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, legal fellow at the Heritage Foundation, heritage.org. I would encourage you to go to the website and check out some of Zach's stories and find out more about this. All right, my friend. I appreciate you, sir. Thanks so much. All the best.
Of course. Thanks, Drew. Take care.
All right, we'll
Bye-bye.
see you. 239-479-5592, the talk and text line, streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website. Steele has 3 E's. We appreciate you watching and subscribing to the podcast. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along. Let's find out what's going on right now with traffic. Up to the minute, here's Therese O'Shea.
Busy morning commute across Lehigh Acres. We have a hit-and-run crash with injuries and roadblock at Zelda Avenue North and 5th Street West. If you're heading that direction, you'll see deputies and troopers at that crash site. So watch out for some slowdowns just north of Lee Boulevard, and that's close to Sunshine Elementary School. So heads up. Heading through Gateway, a crash at State Road 82 and Gateway Boulevard, not causing any major slowdowns. Crash also on Daniels Parkway and Parker Commons Boulevard. No injuries reported there, thankfully. In Lehigh, again, we got a crash at 23rd Street Southwest and Bruce Avenue, right between Gunnery and Sunshine, causing some westbound backups approaching Gunnery Road. Clear across the Cape right now, not seeing any problems. Heading out through Collier County for your morning commute. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
We're heading into another nice and slightly warmer day for your Wednesday. Temperatures will be pushing back into the upper 70s to lower 80s for daytime highs under a mix of sun and clouds by this afternoon. Winds will be out of the east-southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Partly cloudy but dry as we head into tonight. Your Thursday morning featuring a low near 59 degrees. We're back to 81 for your Thursday afternoon with a mostly sunny sky. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
There's a reason they call tasteless, stale food leftovers. Feed your brain the right way. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Big news from Simply Safe Home Security. Okay. Actually, I think the horns are too much. That's better. Big news. The new wireless outdoor security camera is here. Yes, Simply Safe's award-winning home security just got even better, taking whole home protection to a whole new level. Okay, I'm missing the horns. Simply Safe is celebrating this new camera with 50% off a new system this week. Visit simplysafe.com.
Attorney Joe Cordell. New school, new job, new home. Change is hard and can leave you feeling isolated. And divorce delivers one of life's hardest blows. The relationships you counted on are suddenly gone. But you don't have to walk through this alone. Call Cordell & Cordell. You're not alone.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Miami area attorneys. Se habla español. Legal services available in English and Spanish. Offices in Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and by appointment only in Dadeland. CordellCordell.com. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
It's Medicare open enrollment now through December 7th. That means it's time to look at your coverage options. Whether you're almost 65 or been enrolled for years, you have a choice and the chance to pick the best plan for your lifestyle. Millennium Physician Group is here to help with our Medicare Connect program. Learn the latest plan options, compare coverage, and enroll. Visit yourmedicareconnect.com and live your best life with the best Medicare plan for you. Millennium Medicare Connect. Visit yourmedicareconnect.com.
Your new home is calling you to live the good life, starting now. River Hall is where it all starts. A true paradise. River Hall is one of the Gulf Coast's most exclusive master-planned communities, where country club living meets the casual, barefoot Florida lifestyle. River Hall's Davis Love III Championship Golf Course is one of the top-rated courses in the Gulf Coast area, and you'll love River Hall's private oasis pools, bike paths, fitness center, tennis and bocce courts, and more. Live large with homes priced from just the 500s to the 800s from Pulte. The Pulte collection of breezy, open floor plans offers something for every lifestyle, with upscale finishes and features designed for elegant, gracious living. Here's to finally finding the perfect place. Here's to home. River Hall is just 20 minutes east of Fort Myers in the River Shores District. Come see model homes now. Visit liveriverhall.com. That's liveriverhall.com.
Join Jason and Todd at the Diamond District this weekend for their Winter Diamond Bridal event. Save 20% off beautiful engagement rings from A. Jaffe, C. Gonshore, Fana, Simon G, and more. Choose from the largest selection of GIA loose certified diamonds at the lowest prices.
Have lunch with Clay and Buck at noon, right after Glenn Beck at 9. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along. This is Daybreak with Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
Everyone's starting to decorate for the holidays, so the FAA is warning people not to shine laser light displays into the sky. The pilots are actually fine with the lasers. It's the emotional support cats on board that go nuts.
The emotional support cat story. That you heard from yesterday. Do I even need to repeat the emotional support cat story from Delta Airlines? Yeah. Let's just put it this way. Breastfeeding cats. That's it. That's the story. That's all I'm putting out there. It's gross. It's disgusting. I even hate that I have to bring it up, but I had to say it. Otherwise, the joke doesn't make any sense.
You didn't?
No. Well, I know. But it's a long...
They would have got it.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine. But anyway, holiday displays, laser lights. It is amazing where we've gone with holiday displays. I'll give you an example. We've gotten to a point now where over the weekend, I'm putting out some Christmas lights, and my wife is looking at these lights, and I didn't know this, but there are different shades of the white lights that are on normal Christmas light. I guess there's a soft light, and then there's a bright LED white. So there's a soft LED white, and then there's a bright LED white, and somehow we purchased the long green strands of Christmas lights, and one was soft white lit, and the other one was a bright. And it's like it's got to go back.
It has to.
No. Why does it have to go back? No, it doesn't.
OCD, you can't do that.
Oh, that's my wife. It's like they got to go back. They're not the same. They're white lights. And what's the difference?
You shouldn't even have questioned.
No, I would move them to a different location.
Grab the receipt.
Well, no. Well, that's what ends up happening. See, you're very smart and perceptive because the proper answer is just give me the receipt. I'll go back, which happens.
Yeah.
In my mind, and before all of this takes place, it's like, no. As long as they're not side by side, they're fine. It's like if you put lights up on the tree, they could be the bright lights. Okay. On the ground, if you put you put the soft ones, it doesn't matter. Nobody's going to. No. Does it matter? I mean, are people really driving by the house and going, that's a horrible display of lights.
Are you going to drive around with a car with a different colored door?
It's not the same thing.
It's very much the same thing.
No, it's not.
You're going to wear two different pairs of shoes?
It's not the same thing.
It's the same thing.
My shoes don't light up.
What they did?
No, but they don't. That's not the. Yeah, it's. I am amazed at how we went from, half the strand isn't working, the bulb's broken. Don't worry about it. Just put it out there. To, listen, the white light and the soft white aren't matching, and you need to go back to the store and fix it. Otherwise, somebody's sleeping on the couch. And it's not going to be me. All right, maybe maybe that was an exaggeration. Well, not so much. Anyway, all right. It's just the way it is. That's where we are. Holiday season. People are crazy about their lights.
92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
We invite you to come see us at Duncan's Diamonds. We're having our greatest Christmas sale ever and celebrating in Port Charlotte with our giant grand opening. Everything in the entire store is specially priced with amazing savings. All diamonds and diamond jewelry are specially priced right now with spectacular savings. Christmas will be here before you know it, so now's the best time to buy diamonds. From diamond earrings to the most fashionable jewelry at unbeatable prices. We guarantee you will be amazed and find great gifts for everyone on your list. This Christmas sale and grand opening celebration at Duncan's Diamonds is the largest ever. Now's the time to save. Come see us. You can enjoy Duncan's Diamonds layaway or save with fantastic holiday financing plans. It's worth the drive to come to Duncan's Diamonds. It's happening right now. Don't miss it. Come see us. Now open in Port Charlotte Town Center.
Rock Solid wants you to be our customer at Rock Solid Countertops and More. $9.99 gets it done. For a limited time only, get a full set of kitchen countertops from $9.99. Installed. Rock Solid guarantees to beat any competitor's prices, including installation. So come see Hugo and his team in Naples. And now serving Port Charlotte at 4135 Tamiami Trail. Visit Rock Solid, where $9.99 gets it done.
Dr. Shane Walker here at Thrive Chiropractic and host of the Wellness Hour on 92.5 Fox News for nearly 20 years. And let's face it, many of us are really stressed right now, and that is creating an increase in the number of folks who are dealing with neck pain, headaches, tension across the upper mid-back, anxiety and nervousness. And if you haven't experienced the release of tension that a chiropractic adjustment can produce within your nervous system, go to thrivenaples.com. That's Thrive, Thrive, Naples.com for a special offer. That's thrivenaples.com.
In Florida, we know a thing or two about championships. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! And here in Southwest Florida, we have our own championship team, My Shower Door. My Shower Door has made the Inc. 5000 fastest growing businesses in the United States for the 6th time. And because of that growth, My Shower Door needs more teammates. My Shower Door is a family business making frameless shower doors right here in Southwest Florida with a staff of 130 plus. So if you're ready to join the championship team, check out the jobs careers link at myshowerdoor.com.
Searching everywhere for great prices on appliances? No, you're not, because you have better things to do. Besides, Good Deals has it for less, and they have plenty of items in stock despite shortages everywhere else. Remember, Good Deals guarantees the lowest price on everything they sell. Find a lower price anywhere and Jay will beat it, guaranteed. Visit one of the showrooms in Fort Myers, Naples, and Cape Coral, or shop online at gooddealsappliances.com.
Good Deals Appliances. Have we got a deal for you?
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. The Supreme Court today takes up a case challenging Roe v. Wade and subsequent cases allowing abortion to the point of fetal viability.
The 9 justices will hear arguments over a Mississippi state law banning abortions after 15 weeks. According to Roe, abortions are legal up to 24 weeks when a baby is determined to be able to survive outside the womb.
Fox's David Spunt. Rules are going to be tightened for anyone flying into the United States from other countries.
A revised order would mean all international travelers would have to be tested for COVID just 1 day prior to their departure for the United States. Under current guidelines, vaccinated travelers must receive a negative test no more than 3 days before heading to the U.S.
Fox's Sean Langell. Andre Dickens is elected mayor of Atlanta. He's a member of the city council. He beat council president Felicia Moore in yesterday's runoff election after finishing second to her last month. America's listening to Fox News.
This break is sponsored by Cornerstone Builders. Give us the opportunity to wow you.
Wink News, traffic.
Busy morning commute across Lehigh Acres. We have a hit-and-run crash with injuries and roadblock at Zelda Avenue North and 5th Street West. If you're heading that direction, you'll see deputies and troopers at that crash site. So watch out for some slowdowns just north of Lee Boulevard, and that's close to Sunshine Elementary School. So heads up. Heading through Gateway, a crash at State Road 82 and Gateway Boulevard, not causing any major slowdowns. Crash also on Daniels Parkway and Parker Commons Boulevard. No injuries reported there, thankfully. In Lehigh, again, we got a crash at 23rd Street Southwest and Bruce Avenue, right between Gunnery and Sunshine, causing some westbound backups approaching Gunnery Road. Clear across the Cape right now, not seeing any problems. Heading out through Collier County for your morning commute. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Nice dry conditions persist for your Wednesday with high pressure building back in across the area. This will lead to a warming trend that'll take us into the upcoming weekend. In fact, temperatures today heading back into the upper 70s to lower 80s for a day.
Kentucky, but I'm not far away from the values that I learned there. Take responsibility, work hard, do a great job, and treat people right. The world has gotten crazy, but I want you to know that when you step into our dental office, we follow those same values that I grew up with. That will never change. Learn more about us at drmelaniepugh.com. That's Melanie Pugh, Pugh.com.
Hello, I'm Brian Resney, president of Resney Wealth Management and host of the Resney Wealth Report and TV show on the weekends. Investors come to my TV and radio shows to learn and to get educated so they can make better decisions about their retirement and their portfolio. What's your risk management strategy? Are you willing to subject your portfolio to another massive decline in a set it and forget it strategy, or are you looking for a difference? Listen to my show Sunday mornings, 10 to noon on 92.5 Fox News Radio.
All right, guys, who's excited about getting home today and finding out that your AC is now broken and it is 90 degrees outside?
Not me.
Matt and Justin here with Island Air with some great news for all of Southwest Florida. When the time comes to replace your old, outdated air conditioning system, you don't have to pull from any of your fund money to do so.
Many of our customers have had to sacrifice their vacation because of replacement of their air conditioning systems.
Now, for a limited time, we are including a vacation voucher with the purchase of your new home air conditioning system, redeemable for cruises and luxury condos in many countries around the world.
Please take the opportunity to let Island Air take you to the islands or many other places around the world.
Rather than stressing about whether or not your air conditioning system is going to make it, call us today to find out more details on how to claim your voucher. Call 239-466-8668.
Call 466-8668 for more details.
License number CAC 057544.
I'm Chris Walls, and I'm a truck driver from Missouri. For 13 hours a night, I sit in my truck and I drive. Out of boredom, I'll stop and eat. If I'm not doing fast food, I guarantee there's a bag of chips open on my dashboard. That was all until Andro 400. I started out 4 months ago, and since taking Andro 400, I have dropped 45 pounds. I'm sleeping better. There's no cravings. I actually don't even think about food. My knee pain went away. I've had some lower back issues, and I've noticed that went away, and I can only contribute that to Andro 400. One thing that Andro 400 said on the radio ad is it attacks belly fat. Well, let me tell you, it did. The second month is where I saw a drastic change in the size of my stomach. I've lost 6 inches. This product really does work.
So guys, if you'd like to experience similar results, then get Andro 400. The safe, natural, and inexpensive way to boost your testosterone. Go to andro400.com or call 888-400-0435. 888-400-0435.
Dial star 2020. Friends, I care.
Hey, it's Trey Radel. I've shared with you that I've been seeing Dr. France now for more than 10 years, and I trust him with my eyes. I trust his team. Part of the reason that I love Dr. France's office is because they always have the latest technology. So if you have any issues with your eyes, especially if you're starting to get a blurry view, go get your eyes checked out for cataracts, because Dr. France and his team will take care of you. They will determine the best lens technology for your eyes in order to enhance the results of your cataract surgery. So maybe you need clear vision at near, far, in between distances, or extended depth of focus. They will find you the right solution. Call France Eye Care today to schedule your cataract evaluation. Just use your cell phone and dial ** 2020. Again, ** 2020, or give them a shout at 239-418-0999.
Friends, I care.
Have lunch with Clay and Buck at noon, right after Glenn Beck at 9. 92.5 Fox News. Right, all along.
All right, 239-479-5592, the talk and text line streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website, Steele has 3 E's. We appreciate you watching, subscribing to the podcast. Coming up in about 10 more minutes, Drew's College of Political Knowledge, 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. And for that, just for playing, you will get yourself a certificate, a fantastic certificate, to a great restaurant, Alda's Restaurant and Bar, otherwise known as Alda's Diner in Naples, Vanderbilt Beach Road in 951. Breakfast for two, $35 value. They're open breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Great place to be. And if you want to talk politics, yeah, it's a fun place to talk politics as well. Your go-to place in Naples, Alda's Restaurant and Bar. It's a great place. So that certificate coming up just for playing Drew's College on the way. Hey, by the way, before we get to Brendan Leslie and Florida Conservative Voice, flconservativevoice.com, before we get to some of the stories that we're going to discuss on the website, I wanted to make mention of this one quickly in case you didn't hear. The Florida School Boards Association voted unanimously to withdraw from the National School Boards Association. It happened yesterday at a conference in Tampa. 12 states now have decided to withdraw from the association. As you can imagine, a lot of school boards have been concerned about the talk from the national level about the people, parents, concerned parents about the education of their kids showing up at school board meetings, and the domestic terrorists that you are. You're all bad people, every one of you, for showing up. But there you go. So now. They have decided to withdraw from the National School Boards Association. Not getting too excited about the decision, only because it seems like the way things have been going lately with school boards and parents and concerns and the things that we're hearing about critical race theory, and it's not being taught in schools, and it's not happening, and you can't prove it, and nobody's doing it, and it doesn't even exist, and you're coming here and arguing with us for nothing. And then we come to find out that there's even audio specifically from places like in Detroit, Michigan, and the Detroit superintendent who is talking to individuals at a meeting just yesterday where he wants to make it clear that
our curriculum is deeply using critical race theory, especially in social studies, but you'll find it in English language arts and the other disciplines. We're very intentional about creating a curriculum, infusing materials, and embedding critical race theory within our curriculum.
Yeah, nothing to see here. Everything is fine. So it's being embedded there within the curriculum, and they're very intentional about it. You'll even find it in English language arts and other disciplines. But nothing you'll see here in Florida or anything like that. We're good. All right. Brendan Leslie joining us right now on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Nothing to see, Brendan. Everything is fine. Move along. We're good. Everything is fine.
That's how the communists work. They just want you to fall in line and just do what they say.
It's fascinating to me how we're continuing to do this and play this game like we're all crazy. Like we're the problem. We're the terrorists. We're the danger to society. Somehow that parents who are concerned about their education when it comes to their kids, and how we continuously hear stories like this, but it'll never make its way here. It's not happening in the state. No way. Nobody would ever consider doing that. And I'm glad to hear, by the way, the effort to continue to talk about school boards at a state level, where the push now, Senator Gruters has sponsored a bill and helped to sponsor this bill that has cleared the Senate Ethics and Elections Committee. It would be nice if we could actually have some political transparency, and that the school board races need to be partisan, that we need to know your political affiliation. So that's a good thing.
Yep. Anything that can get us add even more transparency to these boards would be great, because these people most of the times will try to hoodwink you in running and make you think that they're Republican, but really are just these leftist Democrats.
Yeah. And speaking of some of the leftist Democrats out there in the media, you have one story. I mean, they exist. I mean, we could spend all day talking about the Chris Cuomo story and getting into that, and we will in just a little while. But you do have a story there at flconservativevoice.com that talks about the criticizing of the governor of the state of Florida for calling out the media. How dare he, Brendan, call out the media? So give us this story.
Yeah, these people are so entitled. They have such a God complex to them. I can't take it. They think they're just the greatest things in the world. And the governor rightly said in a press conference, the media is creating false narratives with the massacre that happened in Wisconsin. They keep saying that an SUV plowed through a crowd of people, and we all know if the person that was driving that SUV was a white person who had a history of social media posts attacking Black people, that we wouldn't be, the narrative would be quite different. Instead, it is a Black person who has a history of posts attacking white people, and then he killed white people in the crowd. They don't want to ever talk about it, and they just keep calling it an SUV. accident, crash, what have you, not massacre, tragedy, murder, or anything like that. And the governor said that. And then Florida politics, run by a good buddy of mine, not really, Peter Schwartz, does an article and attacks the governor and says that, this is stupid, blah, blah, blah. And then goes right ahead in the article and says an SUV, while describing the attack, he described it the exact same way that the governor says the media's been doing it because they have a narrative control. So basically proving his point that the media is just full of narrative control liars.
Yeah. Well, who is it? Christina Pushaw, who is the press secretary for the the governor, did make mention of the fact that they took baby steps. Brendan, hold on a second. They kind of updated that story a little bit and said instead of it was an SUV, it was a driver of an SUV.
Oh, a driver.
That killed 6 people. Right. So there was give them a little bit of credit for at least updating it to make that suggestion.
That it wasn't the car that kills people.
Yeah.
Guns kill people. SUVs kill people. Apparently, it's never the person that's behind it. But let's be frank here. The media doesn't want to mention the driver because he's black.
Well, look, the big story here, unfortunately, becomes what the media has been willing to do lately, even on the heels of what we find out just in the past 24 hours, the indefinite suspension of Chris Cuomo from CNN, and some of what they were doing there and the outrageous lies and the use of other media outlets to try to find people that were against the former governor of the state of New York, Andrew Cuomo, his brother, and actively researching, trying to find individuals' names for the purpose of getting ahead of the story at the best, and at the worst to dox them, to kind of who knows what was going on. But the emails and the texts going back and forth were pretty revealing about what they were willing to do, and it speaks volumes to where the media is with regard to their political biases and who they're willing to go after.
As a former New Yorker, I can confirm that the Cuomo family is just a scummy, trashy family that no one really has respect for, to be honest. And then when it comes to CNN, I mean, they kept Tubin on. That man exposed himself to coworkers, and they kept him on. And they continuously have the lowest ratings out there. It's just a trash of an organization. And the media, they don't care about you. They only care about whatever narrative and control and propaganda they can push.
And by the way, Brendan Leslie joining us on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. FLConservativeVoice.com is the website, Florida's conservative voice, talking about some of the stories on the website. And you know, if you're listening to this and you're saying, oh, it's just a typical bashing of these outlets, and it's the same thing over and over again. Well, it really is. It is amazing how the media has an opportunity to do the right thing, and they choose not to and show who they are, which is the arm of the Democrat Party, and they will protect politically anybody and everybody that they possibly can. And even when they're caught, the question now will be, what does the CNN do next? What do these other media outlets do that were connected as well? You know, what are they going to end up doing? And that even rolls us into the next story, which has to do with some of the fear-mongering that's going on, including here in the state, where there are people that, I don't know if they're talking to you, Brendan, but they're talking to me, and what's going on with this Omicron? What's going on with this new variant? What are we in for? When we should also be at the same time talking about some of the numbers here in the state of Florida that are a positive. We're not getting a whole lot of that, but you've got that.
Yeah, Florida's got the lowest rate of infection for quite a while now. It's been several days, and the rest of the state is seeing what appears to be a seasonal surge. That's just going to kind of come in and come out year in, year out. And Florida doesn't have any sort of tyranny mandates going on. So it begs the question of, do we need mask mandates? Do we need vaccine mandates? Do we need vaccine passports? And the answer is definitely no, because Florida's been able to get through it. And it's just so convenient that they're bringing up all this Omicron stuff the second Florida is doing well. And if you go and listen to the doctors in South Africa who found the Omicron variant, they're already saying, listen, it is definitely transmissible and it's vaccine hesitant, but it's nothing. It's just mild symptoms. It's just unusual. That's it. But the whole world, the media is making us freak out.
Yeah. Well, and I might make mention again of something I brought up yesterday, and I think it's an important point, is that I don't understand why, after 18 plus months and all the time that we've had when it comes to variants and what we know and what we don't know, and the experts, the quote unquote experts, why we don't have some kind of strike force of individuals, like the creme de la creme, the top of the heap, if you will, when it comes to epidemiologists, virologists, that will all descend on a location when there's a variant to study it right there on the spot and find out everything that they possibly can, collectively, I'm talking about. And the reason why I say this is because nothing's been set up like that. And it is interesting that when someone like from South Africa, when you have a doctor who sees this, they've studied it, they're the ones that found out about it, and they bring it up, that all of a sudden they could be shut down. They're the country that's going to be shut down, even though there are variants that are the same variant has been found in other countries. Why they're the ones that have to suffer. It's almost as if you're not giving them the opportunity to even speak about this or talk about this or what they found out, because it may not go along with the narrative that they would like to put out, which is, everybody needs to be panicked. And it's, I hate to put it that way, but it sure feels that way.
Is there something greater at play here? I've been keep asking this question, and I wonder what it is. We're getting a little bit closer to midterm elections now.
Yeah. Yep. And judging by what I am hearing about, and what even Fox National was just talking about before we went on the air, and we were talking about it off the air, about the restrictions that the Biden administration is getting prepared to put out there due to this new variant, and travel restrictions and how far they're willing to go. Peter Doocy was reporting 7 days. If you travel 7 days, that you're going to have to quarantine after you get back into the country. How are they going to enforce that? Who's going to check to make sure that you're 7 days quarantined? And if you cross the southern border and you're coming into the country illegally, what about you? Do we get the same demands to them as well? And you know the answer, but all of these stories.
It's amazing. Do you see the common theme of everything we've talked about in this half hour here is just how stupid they think we are. Just all these things they're doing go against common sense.
Yeah. Well, we continue to keep an eye on it, and so do you. Florida's conservative voice, Brendan Leslie, flconservativevoice.com is the website. You can go and check out these stories and so many others. All right, Brendan, we got to run. I appreciate a few minutes, and we'll speak to you soon, all right?
All right, Drew, see ya.
All right. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line, streaming live. DrewSteele.com, the website. Steele has 3 E's. We always appreciate you watching, subscribing to the podcast. Drew's College of Political Knowledge right now. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. We'll take caller number, Jake, let's do caller number 5 today, okay? Caller number 5 at 239-479-5592. 5th caller, you'll play and you will win a gift certificate. Breakfast for 2. $35 value from Alda's Diner. It's Alda's Restaurant and Bar, otherwise known as Alda's Diner. It's a great price for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And it's right there on Vanderbilt Beach and 951 in Naples. So 5th caller right now will play Drew's College next on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along with traffic. Here is Therese O'Shea.
Heading out along I-75 southbound, dealing with major backups south of Florida International Airport. Just a lot of morning volume building out there. No crashes or incidents to worry about on the interstate. May want to take US 41 instead. We have a disabled vehicle at Summerlin Road and Park Meadows Drive in South Fort Myers. A crash at I-75 and Corkscrew Road in Estero. Seeing a crash also at Metro Parkway and Crystal Drive in Fort Myers. A disabled vehicle at Lee Boulevard and Construction Lane in Lehigh Acres. And still have a crash over at Bruce Avenue South and 23rd Street Southwest in Lehigh. FHB still on the scene of a hit-and-run crash with injuries and roadblock as well, just north of Lee Boulevard. That's at the intersection of Zelda Avenue North. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
We're heading into another nice and slightly warmer day for your Wednesday. Temperatures will be pushing back into the upper 70s to lower 80s for daytime highs under a mix of sun and clouds by this afternoon. Winds will be out of the east-southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Partly cloudy but dry as we head into tonight. Your Thursday morning featuring a low near 59 degrees. We're back to 81 for your Thursday afternoon with a mostly sunny sky. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
It's Glenn Beck, 9 till noon. You've come to the right place. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau.
Dan Martineau from D.R. Martineau Roofing. For 30 years, we have been offering the best warranties in the industry. Remember, D.R. Martineau Roofing. Integrity, knowledge, service. Just Google DRM Roofing.
License number CCC 1326954.
For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau.
Hey guys, it's Robbie Raw. As an RN and health and fitness expert, I know that self-care from head to toe is so important for a healthy, fit lifestyle. One of my secrets for staying active, fit, and pain-free are my amazing art supports from the Good Feet store. It's not just about what shoes you wear, it's what's in them and how your body aligns from your feet on up. I'm telling you, these were a game changer for me. I am as active as ever, and I feel like myself again. If you have foot pain, knee, hip, or back pain, the first thing you should do is visit the Good Feet store for a free personalized fitting and test walk. I'm not going to stop living my best life anytime soon, nor should you. To be the best version of you, you need to take care of yourself, and the Good Feet store can make that happen. And by the way, when you feel great, you look great, and that's the raw truth. Learn more and find the location nearest you at goodfeet.com.
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. Do you value professionalism and punctuality? Want to learn from and work with the best pros in the electrical industry? Then you're just who we're looking for. Mr. Sparky is seeking hardworking, committed, and trustworthy individuals. With industry-leading salaries, benefits, and growth potential, we also provide ongoing training. So come join our team at Mr. Sparky.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
An equal opportunity employer.
92.5 Fox News.
Drew's College of Political Knowledge is presented by France Eye Care. Better vision, better life.
It's Drew's
All right, let's go to Joe in Golden Gate. Hey, Joe.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, I'm good. It's Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD or Associate's degree. Question starts right now. Hey, Joe, who was the Vice President of the United States in 2018?
In 2018, that would be, Pence.
That's correct, sir. All right, you got an associate's. We'll see if you get a bachelor's degree on this question. Who wrote the national anthem?
Francis Scott Key.
That is correct, sir. Got a bachelor's. We'll see if you get a master's degree on this question. In 1864, Congress authorized what to be on all U.S. coins?
In God We Trust.
That is correct, sir. All right, you got a master's. We'll see if you get a PhD on this question. Let's see. Which amendment protects the right of the people to keep and bear arms?
Second Amendment.
That is correct, sir. All right, congratulations. Good job there, Joe in Golden Gate. You got yourself a PhD. You're the smartest person on your phone. You should be proud of that. And not only that, you get to go to the great Alda's Diner, Alda's Restaurant and Bar. It is on Vanderbilt Beach Road in 951. You got breakfast for 2 there. Great place for breakfast, lunch, dinner. And you could even talk some politics if you like. So congratulations, Joe.
Thank you very much.
Back at you. Stay right there. All right, coming up, scheduled to be with us in just a few minutes, Sean Spicer is going to join us, talk about his latest book. That is called Radical Nation. We'll talk about that and get into some of the politics of the day coming up. Sean Spicer, scheduled next on Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News.
92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
With your help, our servicemen and women who are deployed around the globe will receive Christmas greetings and thoughts of home to brighten their holidays.
It's Trey Radel with 92.5 Fox News. Let's send 10,000 to the troops. P.O. Box 877, Fort Myers, 33902. Make a soldier smile this holiday season. Help us send 10,000 Christmas cards to our troops. Check out 925foxnews.com. It's our way of putting a little goodness back in the world.
Thank you from all of us at 92.5 Fox News.
Did you know that if you have $600 or more in the bank, President Biden wants to check your account? Ty Lassiter of Key City Capital here to tell you why. In an unprecedented move, President Biden's administration wants to have access to all Americans' bank accounts with over $600 to keep an eye on things so that we can be safe. At Key City Capital, we are committed to protecting and growing our clients' wealth regardless of what this president does. Our track record of double-digit returns and tax mitigation has truly been life-changing for our clients.
Call Key City Capital today for your free tax and wealth analysis appointment at 239-330-2080. That's 239-330-2080. That's 239-330-2080. Or check us out online at kcap925.com. That's kcap925.com.
Hey, it's Drew Steele, and get ready because it's time once again. This Friday, Oaks Farm Seed to Table, we do our first Friday live broadcast, and we love being out there and love seeing you there for the show, 6 to 9 a.m. They open up an hour earlier so that you can come in and enjoy some great breakfast and so much more. Maybe do some shopping while you're there as well. And you know how awesome Seed to Table is and what a great place it is to shop. We hope to see you there. Oaks Farm Seed to Table, our first Friday broadcast, 6 to 9 a.m. at the corner of Immokalee and Livingston Road in Naples. Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News.
Getting it right all day and all night. 92.5 WFSX Estero. Fox News. Right all along.
He's not talking. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. So the question of why remains a mystery in Michigan the day after a 15-year-old sophomore, now in custody, is accused of shooting classmates at Oxford High School.
It wasn't a drill, so we all hid, and it was really scary.
3 students died, 1 on the way to the hospital. 8 others were injured, some critically. Oakland County Sheriff Michael Bouchard says the gun used was bought last week by the father, but the boy...
He had been shooting with it and had posted pictures of a target and the weapon.
There was also gunfire at a high school basketball game last night in Humboldt, Tennessee, involving adults, not students. 2 were shot. 1 died. There is a person in custody. They're mourning a dead police officer in Clayton County, Georgia.
They responded last night to a domestic dispute call. They found a 12-year-old boy who had been shot in the face, and as the officers approached, they say a suspect started shooting at them. Those officers took cover. The SWAT team then moved in, and that's when the suspect got into a gunfight with the SWAT team. Other SWAT team members did shoot and kill the suspect. They then went into the home and found 2 women who had also been killed.
That's Mark Teichner with Atlanta's Fox 5 TV. While we wait for more info on the new COVID variant, the CDC said late last night it's working on revising air travel rules.
A revised order would mean all international travelers would have to be tested for COVID just 1 day prior to their departure for the United States. Under current guidelines, vaccinated travelers must receive a negative test no more than 3 days before heading to the U.S.
That's Fox's Sean Langell. In 2 hours, the Supreme Court will hear a key case that it could undermine the Roe v. Wade abortion precedent involving Mississippi's blocked law banning abortions at 15 weeks of pregnancy. Republican State Attorney General Lynn Fitch tells Fox,
Roe v. Wade has pitted women against their children, woman against woman.
Pro-choice advocates believe women's rights are on the line. America's listening to Fox News.
This news update is presented by New South Window Solutions. Find them online at newsouthwindow.com.
Wink News, traffic.
Heading out along I-75 southbound, dealing with major backups south of Southwest Florida International Airport. Just a lot of morning volume building out there. No crashes or incidents to worry about on the interstate. May want to take US 41 instead. We have a disabled vehicle at Summerlin Road and Park Meadows Drive in South Fort Myers. A crash at I-75 and Corkscrew Road in Estero. Seeing a crash also at Metro Parkway and Crystal Drive in Fort Myers. A disabled vehicle at Lee Boulevard and Construction Lane in Lehigh Acres. And still have a crash over at Bruce Avenue South and 23rd Street Southwest in Lehigh. FHP still on the scene of a hit-and-run crash with injuries and roadblock as well, just north of Lee Boulevard. That's at the intersection of Zelda Avenue North. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Nice dry conditions persist for your Wednesday with high pressure building back in across the area. This will lead to a warming trend that'll take us into the upcoming weekend. In fact, temperatures today heading back into the upper 70s to lower 80s for daytime highs under what'll be a mix of sun and clouds by this afternoon. Winds will be out of the east-southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. We keep with a partly cloudy sky as we head into tonight. Dry conditions persisting as we head throughout tomorrow. 59 and waking up on your Thursday. We're back to 81 for tomorrow afternoon under mostly sunny sky. Partly cloudy on Friday with another high near 81 degrees. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Find conservative sanity and Sean Hannity at rightallalong.net. 92.5 Fox News is streaming live around the clock.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window. New South is Florida's factory direct window company. We manufacture, install, and guarantee your windows for life. One company, one call. Our replacement windows are made to better enhance the energy efficiency of your home and stand up to Florida weather. New South Window, home of the ultimate Florida window for you. Made in Florida, for Florida homes, by Florida workers, because we know Florida weather.
Going on now. Buy 2 windows, get a third free. Call 1-800-NEW-WINDOWS.
Are you one of the millions of homeowners who haven't refinanced yet? If so, I'm here to tell you it's not too late. Hi, I'm Wesley Hogan with Westland Financial. Although the lowest rates may be in our rearview mirror, as the economy recovers from the biggest economic shock of our lifetime, rates still remain near historic lows. In fact, with the dramatic increase in home values, this may be the perfect time to put that new home equity to work. Take advantage of our cash out refi program and pay off high-rate credit cards, car loans, or other high-interest rate debt. Or finally make those home improvements you put on hold for so long. Best of all, we can do this with no closing costs. That's right, whether it's a conventional, FHA, or VA loan, we'll pay for your title, settlement, lender, and recording fees. So call Westland at 888-455-3669. That's 888-455-3669. It's the biggest no-brainer in the history of mankind. 888-455-3669.
NMLS number 3304. Not all loans apply. Equal housing lender.
Guys take pride in their performance, and they love talking about it.
How about we talk about my golf handicap or that new deck I just built by myself?
And guys are especially proud of their performance in the bedroom, unless, of course, that's an issue.
Let's talk about sports or something.
But what about
Look, I said sports.
Don't let erectile dysfunction rob you of your sex life or your pride. Call the Fort Myers Men's Clinic now at 239-317-7777 and find out about Pulse ED, the revolutionary ED treatment that can fully restore your sexual function without needles or surgery. In just 6 quick, easy, non-invasive sessions, Pulse ED can restore your performance and your pride.
My bedroom's rocking now. You want to hear about it?
No, we can't do that on the radio.
You sure? Because I really want to talk about it.
No, we're good. To schedule your Pulse ED consultation, call 239-317-7777. That's 239-317-7777. Or visit FortMyersMen'sClinic.com.
Get up and go now, so you can go tonight.
Thank you for waking us all up out here, for all you do. And
thank you for giving us the voice.
for being out there helping to keep the constitutional republic. I want to thank you for
your support for veterans in the military,
educating us,
standing up for conservatism,
giving us the truth.
Daybreak with Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
Well, good morning, Southwest Florida. So glad you're joining us today. Humbly thanking you again for making this program the start of your day. We are truly blessed and appreciate it. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. Streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website. Steele has 3 E's. We appreciate you watching, subscribing to the podcast. Sean Spicer, White House press secretary under Donald Trump, host of Spicer and Company weeknights on Newsmax, author of the brand new book, Radical Nation, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris's Dangerous Plan for America. You can follow him at Sean Spicer on Twitter. He is joining us right now on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. It's Drew Steele. Thank you for getting up with us this morning. How are you, sir?
Well, Drew, good morning. It's probably a bit warmer where you are than where I am in Virginia, so I think you probably have a much more enjoyable morning weather-wise than we do here in the D.C. area.
Although I will tell you, if you could see me, it was a chilly 55 getting up this morning, and I've got a sweatshirt over a jacket.
Okay.
I could barely feel my fingertips.
My mom lives down in Fort Myers, and it's amazing what you guys constitute cold.
It's true. It is absolutely.
It's always like, it's 60 degrees. I just added another long sleeve shirt. I'm like, it's 21 here. I'm like putting on another jacket.
Listen, we admit it. I admit it. I am guilty as charged. You know, growing up in New York, I left when I was 21, moved down here, and my blood is about as thin. It's just, it's amazing what happens. But you're right. We're putting on a couple of extra logs because it's 60. But that's a whole other thing. I've got to talk to you about this book. There's so much in here. I love the way in the book how you kind of spell it all out. You see everything that's going on, the divisive actions that are being taken, all the frenzies that happened early on in the Biden administration, and everything that went on, and then ultimately, having a bold call to action, which I want to get to as well. But maybe even just talking a little bit about one in particular chapter when it's, Biden Inc. jumps out at me because when you talk about Joe Biden, which by the way, he used to drive a tractor trailer. I don't know if you know this. It's just, he said it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I saw that yesterday. But the funny thing is, on Twitter, I responded just simply, I quote tweeted and said, when? Because it's between visiting the border, graduating from a historically black university college. I mean, I get a kick out of the fact, and you mentioned the book, there's 2 chapters in there about the media and their complicity. Yeah. Think about it. If you knew that you could say anything and nobody would question you, I mean, literally, Jen Psaki gets up the other day and talks about the fact that Biden always wears a mask, and she has no idea about this viral video that shows him in Nantucket behind a door that clearly says face coverings required. So either there's a level of incompetence or lying, but it's one or the other. And then again gets up and says, oh, no, the tweet where he said bans don't work had nothing to do with bans. It actually had to do with the fact that it was in response to some tweet that President Trump had sent out. Right. Again, a lie. But there's literally no accountability.
Right. Yeah, but then, and that also brings up a point that I wanted to mention and ask you about too, which is how much actually gets done? How much really do the American people accept without a willing media to cover for Democrats, to cover for all of the things that are going on? For Chris Cuomo, for example, Fredo, what's coming up with him, this suspension that's going on that we have, the indefinite suspension. Well, what does that even mean and look like in the long run if you still have a media that is going to be complicit in pushing hoaxes and everything else going along with protecting this administration?
Yeah, and as I said, I mean, there's 2 chapters in Radical Nation just about, with specific examples about the complicity. But you ask, I think, a great question that's got 2 parts to it. One is this. I'll take the easy part and the relevant part first. But with respect to Cuomo, I mean, look, they only acted because they got caught. The Attorney General in New York, Letitia James, sent out the text messages. At some point, you can't deny that. So they CNN and Cuomo had to act only because they got caught, not because they were doing the right thing, not because they knew it would come. I mean, they acted because they were caught. And I think the second part of your question about the American people tolerating stuff is, look, I host a show on Newsmax every night at 6, and the growth in the show has been tremendous. And part of it is because people are seeking out places, whether it's listening to you in the morning down there in Southwest Florida, or watching Newsmax at 6 o'clock every night. People are saying, I don't buy what the mainstream media is trying to sell me, because they're actually, it's not just their coverage, it's what they're not covering. And so I then look also at like the results here where I live in Virginia or in New Jersey or around the country, where people in states that traditionally haven't been going Republican recently said enough is enough, meaning that they understood that despite the ridiculousness of the state TV and the state media that is spewing out, accolades for this administration, they knew something wasn't right because they were going to stores and seeing shelves either bare or with items that cost a multitude of what they had just cost months before. Right. So I think the American people are a lot smarter than the mainstream media gives them credit for.
Yeah. Sean Spicer joining us on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. His latest book is Radical Nation, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris's Dangerous Plan for America. I would encourage you to pick up this book today, get it now, and it is a fantastic read. And we're going to talk about the conservative action agenda coming up in just a bit as well, because, we ultimately need to have the answers to what to do next and looking forward to what could be coming. And to that, I might even say this. You've got to have politicians that are bold, that are willing to go to the places that people don't expect you to be, and you've got to have the right people in place. Forgive me, but an R after somebody's name doesn't impress me. It just doesn't. You've got to have the power behind your words and the ability to make them tangible for people in action, not just talk. We can't have that anymore.
No, I think what you're saying is so right, because the American people, for the longest time, it was sort of told, you can't do this, you can't this is how you're supposed to. And I think for a lot of people, they fell in line. What Donald Trump showed us was, basically screw what you're told, do what's right, stand up to things that you don't agree with and that you're willing to fight for, and good things will happen. You can win. Because for so long people have been told you can't win if you don't toe the line. And I think what finally happened was that when he got elected, people said, wait a second, that's not what he did, and he won. So I think we need to take the other point that I would make on this is you have to understand that what Trump did was be Trump.
Yeah.
So don't be Donald Trump. Be yourself, be authentic, and fight for it, and you'll be rewarded for it.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And I think how important that is. And sometimes, there are politicians that have it. They have it in them. They've got it. It's okay. And somehow, I don't know if it's the media that twists them. I don't know if it's people whispering in their ears. I don't know what it is. And sometimes it's amazing to me how there are politicians who do things that you feel clearly are against what they believe and in their heart. You just feel like that's the case because they're holding their finger.
I think what happens, though, is to your point, people say, oh, I saw so-and-so get elected. I saw Jeb Bush get elected in Florida, so I should be like Jeb Bush. Or I saw Marco Rubio or whoever. But it's like, no, be yourself.
Right.
Don't be somebody else. But it's also not that different than what you and I both do. I get on Newsnights every night, and I'm myself. This is who I am. This is my style. I try to be funny and lighthearted. And it's like, but it's me. Yeah. And I think the same way that you're you every day. If you want to get on and be another talk show host, people are going to go, that's not Drew. That's not him. That's so-and-so. And they can see through it. And I think the same thing with politicians is don't try to be somebody else. Be you.
Right. So I wonder ultimately as we look towards 22, we look towards what's happening obviously here in the state of Florida and nationally, and we wonder how a conservative agenda moves forward. How do we do it? Is that what it is? It's just being genuine, being yourself, but also knowing that and I'll say this, that I believe that the minority of voices that are speaking right now do not speak for the majority of people when it comes to K through 12 education and indoctrination and the assault on life and liberty and all of these things where we're being told and have been told for far too long that no, we're gonna you're gonna toe the line. This is what everybody believes. If you think that the blue check marks on Twitter are definitely the answer and everybody goes there and you're gonna create policy around Twitter, that's not the real world. They don't speak for us. There's more of us than there are of them. So how do we convince the politicians that that's the case?
But I think that sometimes it's a lagging indicator, meaning the people go first. But think about what happened in Virginia, right? These parents in Loudoun County in particular didn't get told by a politician or a politician didn't lead the way they did. And then all of a sudden these politicians were like, you know what? This CRT thing, this concern the parents have is something that's picking up steam. So I need to get out there and be more concerned about it. So I think part of this is that we have to understand that politicians are in many cases a lagging indicator of public opinion. So if we get out there and fight for something, for an issue or a cause, that generally speaking, you're going to see the politicians kind of fall in line, once they see that, hey, wow, that's actually a smart idea to get on board.
Yeah. Well, let's hope so. All right, Sean Spicer joining us on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. I know you're busy. I appreciate a few minutes. White House Press Secretary under Donald Trump, host of Spicer and Company weeknights on Newsmax, an awesome program. And the book, I'm encouraging you, please get the book, Radical Nation, Joe Biden, Kamala Harris's Dangerous Plan for America. Spells out everything that has been happening. You can see all of this. And then action at the end, which is important. It's always important to have that answer and the actions that need to be taken. So that we can move conservatism forward. It's a great book, and I appreciate a few minutes, and hopefully we'll get a chance to do this again. All the best, sir. Thanks so much.
Hey, I appreciate it, Drew. Thanks to you and everyone down there in South Florida.
All right, we'll see you soon. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line, streaming live. DrewSteele.com, the website, Steele has 3 E's. We appreciate you watching and subscribing to the podcast. It's Daybreak 92.5, Fox News. Right all along. Let's find out what's going on with traffic up to the minute right now. Here is Therese O'Shea.
Good morning. As you're heading out on I-75, we have a couple of slow spots heading south of the airport at Southwest Florida International down through Alico Road, and more delays south of Corkscrew Road, also on 75 southbound. We have a crash near the Alico Road exit southbound off to the right-hand shoulder, not blocking any traffic, but those delays are there. And then northbound on 75 near the Corkscrew Road exit, right by the Miramar Outlet, you'll see another crash off to the side. Looking good if you're heading along 41. No major problems backing up traffic along the highway for your morning commute. Our area bridges all running at about 2 to 3 minutes in each direction. We are dealing with a crash on Pondella Road in North Fort Myers. A crash also at Daniels Parkway at 41 appears to be off to the side. And a crash over near the intersection of 23rd Street Southwest and Bruce Avenue South, still in Lehigh Acres. A trip to the Minute Traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
We're heading into another nice and slightly warmer day for your Wednesday. Temperatures will be pushing back into the upper 70s to lower 80s for daytime highs under a mix of sun and clouds by this afternoon. Winds will be out of the east-southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Partly cloudy but dry as we head into tonight. Your Thursday morning featuring a low near 59 degrees. We're back to 81 for your Thursday afternoon with a mostly sunny sky. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Need some inspiration? Don't look left. Look right. Here, 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Rock Solid wants you to be our customer. At Rock Solid Countertops and More, $9.99 gets it done. For a limited time only, get a full set of kitchen countertops from $9.99. Installed. Rock Solid guarantees to beat any competitor's prices, including installation. So come see Hugo and his team in Naples. And now serving Port Charlotte at 4135 Tamiami Trail. Visit Rock Solid, where $9.99 gets it done.
You really want to go through another year with that awful joint pain? Listen, don't do it. Resolve right now to get yourself moving again for 2022. Hey, it's Drew Steele. It's time to call QC Kinetics. Non-surgical regenerative treatments for joint pain. We're talking lasting results using natural biologics. No surgery, no pain meds, no steroids, and no downtime. This is really exciting stuff. Regenerative, restorative treatments that actually encourage your body to heal itself using highly concentrated natural biologics. Patients rave about it for hip pain relief, knee pain relief, shoulder and back pain relief. Look, don't let them keep giving you steroids. And don't let them tell you surgery is your only option. Get a free second opinion at QC Kinetics. Do it now. And imagine life in 22 without pain. Call the local medical professionals at QC Kinetics now. 239-893-PAIN. 239-893-PAIN. 239-893-PAIN.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Tune in to Retire with Grace with Bob Grace, Saturday mornings at 8 and Sundays at noon to get the answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Don't miss Retire with Grace, a Tri-Found company, Saturday mornings at 8 and Sundays at noon. Firm offers insurance services. Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AE Wealth Management, LLC.
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. We all count on our home's electrical outlets to provide us the power we need when we need it. But sometimes an overloaded circuit can lead to a blown outlet. So leave it to the pros at Mr. Sparky. We'll get it done right and get it done safely. Call now for $70 off any electrical repair.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Limitations and restrictions may apply. Independently owned and operated. Licensed in the respective state or county.
I'm Mark Anajar from the law offices of Anajar and Levine. Unfortunately, many drivers in Florida do not carry liability insurance or have limits of insurance that are insufficient to cover your injuries. Uninsured motorist is valuable coverage that you can purchase to protect you in those instances. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
Office in Fort Myers, Naples.
No matter what it's like outside, Trane makes it comfortable inside. You can get a great deal now on a new heating and cooling system at Trane. Visit TraneInfo.com. Visit TraneInfo.com to find your local dealer and more, because it's hard to stop a train.
The unstoppable spirit lives inside all of us. As a financial coach at Operation Hope, Trudy Morrison empowers people to overcome economic challenges and bring their dreams to life. Her mission is to inspire the unstoppable spirit in everyone. And our mission at First Horizon is to invest in Trudy and organizations like hers to create a better future for all. Visit firsthorizon.com/unstoppable to learn how unstoppable starts here.
Join Jason and Todd at the Diamond District this weekend for their Winter Diamond Bridal event. Save 20% off beautiful engagement rings from A. Jaffe, C. Gonshore, Fana, Simon G, and more. Choose from the largest selection of GIA loose certified diamonds at the lowest prices.
Have lunch with Clay and Buck at noon, right after Glenn Beck at 9. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along. This is Daybreak with Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
My parents came to America to find a better life, and they did. I attended great universities, raised a family, and became a successful surgeon. I invented a heart valve that saves thousands of lives. Then I started a TV show to advocate for you taking control of your health, and took on the medical establishment to argue against costly drugs and skyrocketing medical bills. But COVID has shown us that our system is broken.
Do you know who that is? Do you have any idea who's talking right now? Do you want to take a guess?
Biden's kid.
Biden's kid? You think this is Hunter Biden? Is that who you think this is?
I've actually never heard him talk, so I don't really know.
I'm sorry. Okay, let it go on. Hold on.
We lost too many lives, too many jobs, and too many opportunities because Washington got it wrong. They took away our freedom without making us safer and tried to kill our spirit and our dignity. As a heart surgeon, I know how precious life is.
Okay.
Definitely not that one.
Okay, Hunter Biden's not a heart surgeon specialist.
Scratch him off the list.
Okay, scratch him off the list. All right, here you go. Listen.
Pennsylvania needs a conservative.
Pennsylvania needs a conservative.
Put America first.
I'm going to put America first.
Dr. Oz?
One who can reignite our divine spark, bravely fight for freedom, and tell it like it is. That's why I'm running for Senate. I'm Dr. Oz, and I approve this.
It's Dr. Oz, everybody. Dr. Oz is running for Senate in the state of Pennsylvania as a Republican. How about, okay. All right. So you got Dr. Oz now running, hey, listen, I didn't know. I got nothing. I seriously, I've got nothing. I just, Dr. Oz. It's really weird. Just when you think politics can get very strange, it's, let's face it. 10 years ago, if you said Dr. Oz is going to run for Senate one day, you'd be like, Dr. Who? No, I don't know. 10 years ago, was he big? 10 years ago? I mean, I don't know how long Dr. Oz has been an Oz.
Maybe.
I don't know. All right, moving on. 239-479-5592. Top 5 audio clips coming up in just a minute. The top 5 audio clips of the day. It's the 5 at 8:35. That is coming up. But I did want to remind people that Christmas just around the corner, and you may be asking yourself, I need some ideas, some thoughts on what I should get this holiday season, looking for the right gift. And I've got some ideas. One is a great place to shoot is the Alamo Gun Range in Naples. And if you've never been to the Alamo Gun Range, I would encourage you to check it out. You can go there and shoot, get maybe your concealed carry. Maybe it's one of these situations where you just don't have a lot of knowledge about firearms and you just need to step into a place that is friendly and comfortable and has a great selection and great people working there, the Alamo Gun Range in Naples. Well, why don't we do this? Let's get you a gift certificate right now to the Alamo Gun Range in Naples. I've got one with an hour free range time and free gun rental and a free box of ammunition located at the corner of Vanderbilt Beach and Airport Pulling Roads in Naples. And stop by, just enjoy a day of shooting. It's a great place to shoot. The lanes are just awesome. And I would encourage you to get there and call now. 9th caller at 239-479-5592. 9th caller. Let's get you an Alamo Gun Range gift certificate right now. All right, coming up, top 5 audio clips of the day, the 5 at 8:35. On the way next, it's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hey, this is Papa with Casey, Carrie, and Cody. And as most of you know, when Irma hit in September of 2017, thousands of people tried unsuccessfully to call a roofing company, but all the roofers were so overwhelmed they could not handle or even answer those calls. Now here we are, almost 2 years later, and many of those same people are still waiting to have their roofs repaired. So, we are implementing our proactive list. If you want to be on our list, call me for our free tile inspection. Once we inspect your roof, you will be on the proactive list. If or when the next storm hits, you will have no need to call any roofer because we will be calling you automatically to see if you need help. We can offer emergency repairs and tarp service or whatever your roof requires. Call Papa now for our free tile inspection, 945-2700. We believe it's wise to be proactive and it costs you nothing to join our list. Call Papa for our free tile inspection at 945-2700. That's 945-2700, area code 239-945-2700. License number CCC 1326213.
Hey, we've got my friend Dave Meister on the phone, of course, with the Floor Meisters, the family-owned Floor Meisters in Naples. And Dave, listen, I know you got a lot of things going on. You're selling a lot of cord tech. That's great, but you got this 8,000 square foot showroom with a selection of carpet that is absolutely unbelievable as well. And the prices right now are pretty amazing. So I hear you got this whole thing going on with Dreamweaver carpet starting at, wait a minute, let me just get this right, at just $1.99 a square foot?
Yes, installed carpet pad and labor, $1.99.
And there's the phones ringing already. Look at that. They're getting excited.
Oh, yeah.
Dave, tell me more about what we've got here.
So we've got a big selection, and this is quite a carpet.
Listen, if you haven't been to the Floor Meisters, you really owe it to yourself to visit their store, 6281 Naples Boulevard, right next to Costco. Whether it's tile, laminate, hardwood, or, of course, carpet, they've got it all. So give them a call today, 239-596-4964, or on the web at floormeisters.com.
Guys take pride in their performance, and they love talking about it.
How about we talk about my golf handicap or that new deck I just built by myself?
And guys are especially proud of their performance in the bedroom, unless, of course, that's an issue.
Let's talk about sports or something.
But what about
Look, I said sports.
Don't let erectile dysfunction rob you of your sex life or your pride. Call the Fort Myers Men's Clinic now at 239-317-7777 and find out about Pulse ED, the revolutionary ED treatment that can fully restore your sexual function without needles or surgery. In just 6 quick, easy, non-invasive sessions, Pulse ED can restore your performance and your pride.
My bedroom's rocking now. You want to hear about it?
No, we can't do that on the radio.
You sure? Because I really want to talk about it.
No, we're good. To schedule your Pulse ED consultation, call 239-317-7777. That's 239-317-7777. Or visit FortMyersMen'sClinic.com.
Get up and go now, so you can go tonight.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. Witnesses say the 15-year-old boy suspected of killing 3 students, wounding 8 people at his high school in Oxford, Michigan, knocked on doors pretending to be with the sheriff's department, telling people it was safe to come out.
The 3 young people who lost their lives were just 14, 16, and 17 years old, 2 girls and a boy. Deputies confronted the shooter within 5 minutes of the first 911 calls, and he gave himself up without any kind of a fight. At the police station, he refused to answer any questions and asked for an attorney.
Fox's Garrett Tenney. The drug company Pfizer is asking for approval of its coronavirus vaccine as a booster shot for 16 and 17-year-olds.
The U.S. and other countries are encouraging booster doses for anyone eligible to get them, that effort intensifying as the Omicron variant spreads across the globe. Pfizer's CEO tweeting, "It is our hope to provide strong protection for as many people as possible, particularly in light of the new variant."
Fox's Steve Rappaport. America's listening to Fox News.
This update is presented by Stevie Tomato Sports Page in Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and Naples.
Wink News, traffic.
Good morning. As you're heading out on I-75, we have a couple of slow spots heading south of the airport at Southwest Florida International down through Alico Road, and more delays south of Corkscrew Road, also on 75 southbound. We have a crash near the Alico Road exit southbound off to the right-hand shoulder, not blocking any traffic, but those delays are there. And then northbound on 75 near the Corkscrew Road exit, right by the Miramar Outlet, you'll see another crash off to the side. Looking good if you're heading along 41. No major problems backing up traffic along the highway for your morning commute. Our area bridges all running at about 2 to 3 minutes in each direction. We are dealing with a crash on Pondella Road in North Fort Myers. A crash also at Daniels Parkway at 41 appears to be off to the side. And a crash over near the intersection of 23rd Street Southwest and Bruce Avenue South, still in Lehigh Acres. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Teresa O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Nice dry conditions persist for your Wednesday with high pressure building back in across the area. This will lead to a warming trend that'll take us into the upcoming weekend. In fact, temperatures today heading back into the upper 70s to lower 80s for daytime highs under what'll be a mix of sun and clouds by this afternoon. Winds will be out of the east-southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. We keep with a partly cloudy sky as we head into tonight. Dry conditions persisting as we head throughout tomorrow. 59 waking up on your Thursday. We're back to 81 for tomorrow afternoon under a mostly sunny sky. Partly cloudy on Friday with another high near 81 degrees. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
It's all right here at 92.5 Fox News. We've been right all along.
Hi, it's Big Al from Stevie Tomatoes. They say love and passion makes the world go round. Love for home, family, your country, partner, a friend, and love for food. Stevie wants to be part of your love with our food, drink, sports, and fun. Our passion for your satisfaction brings our love to all of our great customers. Whether it's our brisket short rib burgers, Chicago pizza, fajitas, wings, fish fry, or ribs, it's delivered to your table with love. So at Stevie's, we invite you to share our love of great food, drinks, sports, and fun. You'll never get bored or broke. We feel loved by the sound of our great customers. We promise to treat you like family at your home away from home. I guarantee it. For daily specials, go to StevieTomato.com. Stevie Tomatoes sports page. Cape Coral, Fort Myers, and Naples. Come, come, come.
Stevie Tomatoes sports page. Come for the food. Steve the sports.
Despite the temperature outside, the most wonderful time of the year is here. As Conditioned Air's 60th anniversary approaches, we're thankful for another holiday season serving Southwest Florida. Our team has been installing and maintaining air conditioning units since 1962, and we're looking forward to 2022. 60 years of keeping Southwest Florida cool. Merry Christmas from the team at Conditioned Air. 1-888-COLD-AIR or online at conditionedair.com. License number CAC 1819590.
Youthful, energetic, happy, sexual, strong, physical, no fear, taking the bull by the horns.
Old, tired, joint aches, overweight, wrinkled, depressed, sex. I remember what that was.
In men, low testosterone can lead to muscle loss, extra body fat, fatigue, depression, and erectile dysfunction. In women, hormonal imbalance can similarly cause extra fat around your middle and thighs, lack of desire, feminine dryness, and exhaustion. Suboptimal hormone levels are associated with the development of disease states like osteoporosis, heart disease, and stroke. At Neogenics, we specialize in testosterone, growth hormone promoters, bioidentical hormones, and nutritional programs designed to correct these imbalances and make you feel revitalized. See why patients from across the country are coming to Neogenics and take the first step to feeling great again. Call Neogenics for a free consultation at 277-9999 or find us online at neogenicmd.com. That's 277-9999. Neogenics, rediscover your youth.
Trust. It's the rock-solid foundation of Moran Wealth Management. Over 40 years ago, they began advising clients on ways to help meet their financial goals. 4 decades later, we've helped many reach their goals of providing for themselves, their families, and future generations. CEO Tom Moran has assembled an impressive team of professionals, each committed to the same core concept. Tom is recognized by Barron's as a Hall of Fame advisor. To be named a Hall of Fame advisor, the advisor has to have been ranked by Barron's consecutively for the last 10 years in any of their rankings. Let us earn your trust. Call 239-920-4440 or visit moranwm.com. Barron's rankings are based on data provided by thousands of advisors. Factors included in the rankings were assets under management, revenue produced for the firm, regulatory record, length of service, quality of practice, and client retention. Investment products and services are offered through Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network, LLC, WFAFN, member SIPC. Moran Wealth Management is a separate entity from WFAFN.
100% organic food and thought.
We live in a fast-paced, fast food world. Meanwhile, people have gotten sicker. We've lost our connection to the earth, to our food, and where it comes from. Food and Thought in Naples is an oasis where people can reconnect to their food and where it comes from. It's not just a grocery store, it's a lifestyle.
100% organic food and thought.
After After Drew, it's Glenn Beck 9 till noon. You've come to the right place. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
All right, 239-479-5592, the talk and text line streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website, Steele has 3 E's. Thank you for watching, subscribing to the podcast. Time right now for the top 5 audio clips of the day, the 5 at 8:35.
Drew's Top 5 at 8:35 is brought to you by Moran Wealth Management. Isn't it time to review your portfolio options? Go to moranwm.com.
Drew's 5 at 8:35. Number 5.
So I think the word transitory has different meanings to different people. To many, it carries a sense of short-lived. We tend to use it to mean that it won't leave a permanent mark in the form of higher inflation. I think it's probably a good time to retire that word and try to explain more clearly what we mean.
That's the Fed Chair Jerome Powell on Capitol Hill yesterday, who wanted to let people know that if you keep thinking that inflation is transitory, you've heard this word transitory. I think it's transitory. It's transitory inflation. In other words, it's not going to be here for a long time. We're right around the cusp of a turn. It's just because it's transitory. It's temporary. It's just something that's going to be happening right now. But as soon as everything, all the explanations, transitory. The Fed chair is now saying, hey, you remember when all the talk was going on about the transitory, like temporary, like it's just here for now, it's like a blip kind of thing. Yeah, when it comes to inflation, we should probably retire the word transitory with inflation because I think it's a little more than a blip.
Number 4.
But it sounds like on Thursday, according to the Washington Post, and we have made contact with some White House folks. They're going to announce some of the strictest COVID regulations yet on American citizens, including, according to the Washington Post, requiring all Americans who return from abroad to quarantine in their house for up to 7 days. If that is something that they're going to propose in this speech on Thursday, there are a lot of questions. How do you enforce that? Do you send somebody to the door of somebody that just came back from overseas, regardless of vaccination status or testing status, to make sure that they are home? And also, does that apply to everybody coming into the country, not just folks who come and document it at an airport, but also the undocumented?
Listen, nothing to worry about, nothing to see here. Everything is fine. There's nothing to worry about. Don't get concerned in the least. Peter Doocy on Hannity's program last night at about 9 p.m., the concerns that the Biden administration and Joe Biden tomorrow is getting ready to make some announcements. What we're going to do next about, Omicron and the vid and how we're going to combat it and some of the things that we could expect to see. No big deal. I mean, it's 7 days. You go away, you come back 7 days, you got to quarantine. Of course, we're not sure how we're going to enforce that, if that's true, according to the Washington Post. And also, what about those that come from our southern border? Are we going to be able to check illegals and do the same thing? And I know Joe Biden said no lockdowns, and I know he said no mandates and everything else, and then those kind of things kind of. Let's talk about something else, okay?
Number 3.
Ran for president. I said I was running for 3 reasons.
3 reasons.
One, to restore the soul of the country, to restore some decency to how we dealt with it. And two, to rebuild the backbone of the country. Hard-working, middle-class folks and working-class folks who built the country.
So there's the president of the United States yesterday. He's going around doing a U.S. tour of, building back better and infrastructure and, everything's awesome. And, wages are going through the roof, right? Well, so is inflation, but, Yeah, he had 3 things that he wanted to let everybody know about. There's 2. Where's the third?
Number 2.
Our curriculum is deeply using critical race theory, especially in social studies, but you'll find it in English language arts and the other disciplines. We're very intentional about creating curriculum, infusing materials, and embedding critical race theory within Our curriculum.
No. Stop. No. I know that that's the superintendent of schools in Detroit, Michigan, telling everybody that the curriculum is using critical race theory, deeply using it, especially in social studies. You're going to find it in English language arts and other disciplines. And they're very intentional about it. This is what he's saying. Embedding critical race theory, infusing it, embedding it, critical race theory within our curriculum. No. I don't care that he said that. No, it is not happening in K through 12 schools any place. No, it is not. Just because one superintendent in a major district says that it's happening there doesn't mean that it's happening all. No. Oh, don't you do that. Come on, the New York Times, Washington Post, and other places, they say it doesn't exist. I go with them. No, I don't.
Number 1. Lord knows what happened if you didn't partake. But back then, anyone who refused to get vaccinated would get ratted out immediately because we knew that person could hurt other people. The Commonweal was a Commonweal. Now we're engaged in a similar struggle with COVID, and Eisenhower would be aghast. We have immunocompromised people who are incubators for every variant to come, walking around lawfully unvaccinated? That's psychotic. We have companies that have tried hard to get people vaccinated and now backing down. We have governors who want to be president by grandstanding on a foolish states' right issue, the right to get sick, get other people sick. So it's time to admit that we have to go to war against COVID. Require vaccination universally. Have the military run it. If you don't want to get vaccinated, you better be ready to prove your conscientious objector status in court. And even then, you need to help in the war effort by staying home until we finally beat this thing.
What? Yeah, that's CNBC host Jim Cramer. Some might say he launched into a deranged rant about forced vaccinations.
Drew's 5 at 8:35.
What? Yeah, so there's the host telling everybody that, listen, all Americans need to be vaccinated, and if you're not willing to do it, well, let's get the military involved. Why don't we bring them in and facilitate everything that's happening? And listen, if you don't do it, you're going to be locked down. Oh, you're not going to get to do anything. Is that really what we're doing? So that's authoritarianism, right? That is the kind of thing that should scare the life out of everybody. Either that, or it's weird. It almost sounds as if, not my words, I'm just saying that I've heard other people say things like, man, if you were hosting a program that had to do with, money and finance and stocks and what to buy and the good stocks to buy. Man, if you go on a rant like that, goodness, it sure sounds as if some people should start buying some pharmaceutical stocks right away, because if you've got that kind of thinking, that's an interesting way of building up your portfolio. Not my words. I'm just saying that some people would make the suggestion that that's a really creepy way of doing it. I mean, not that he's doing that, but that's really, it's either that or Jim Cramer is really about authoritarianism, or maybe he's not really fully aware of how vaccines work and don't work, and how you can have and be vaccinated and still spread and still get it. And I know you want hospitalizations. I get that, but again, are we talking about what we know specifically about vaccines and how they don't stop the spread of the virus? Somehow, you think that if everybody on the planet got universally vaccinated, like right now, by force or whatever you want to do, you're still thinking that that's going to stop variants from happening? You still think that there won't be any infections at all? I mean, again, how does he do this? It's virtue signaling at worst, and at best, it's ignorance of what is going on and where we are and what is and is not the vaccine. And it's okay to have this discussion. There's going to have to be a point where we're going to have to look at life and go, this is what we got. And you do the best that you can with the therapies that are available. Boy, we're pushing a lot of therapies, right? We're getting that happening. You hope that in the past 18 plus months that has been a force as well behind all of this. It's not just vaccines, right? Well, technically, I guess it is therapies, because that's the way the vaccine is operating. It's okay to say this. It's not anti-vax, just trying to state what is the truth about what we have and what we don't have. And, you know, when you have the President of the United States yesterday saying this.
As I told the American people yesterday, this new variant is a cause of concern, but not a cause to panic. On Thursday, I'll put forward a detailed strategy outlining how we're going to fight this COVID this winter, not with shutdowns and lockdowns, with more widespread vaccination.
All right, let me stop there. So tomorrow, he's going to make an announcement how we're going to stop this, how we're going to help to stop this, how we're going to fight and combat this new variant, and we're going to do more vaccinations. Really, what's the plan? How are we going to this time get more people vaccinated? People that have made a choice, a conscious choice with their doctors, knowing full well that maybe they've had natural immunity, they have it already, and a choice that they are making, or maybe they are immune compromised in some way. There's something that is going on that they have in consultation with their doctor. How are you going to do this now? That is one question that has to be answered. I guess tomorrow we'll find out. And then the other part.
Boosters, testing, and much more.
Much more. What's the much more? Boosters and testing? We're going to have people tested again, more tests and much more. What's the much more? Is the much more something that Peter Ducey mentioned? Is the much more going to be more when it comes to travel? Are we going to be Canada? Canada yesterday making the announcement. Was it yesterday? Unvaccinated travelers over the age of 12 will not be able to board a plane or train in Canada beginning today. And a negative COVID-19 test is no longer going to serve as a substitute for most people. I mean, is that where we're heading? It depends on who you ask, I guess. President says, no, we're not going to do anything like that. We're not going to have lockdowns or mandates or anything. Well, I mean, the mandate thing, I think he's still trying to push. Although, you know, you have some people, some judges, some people who are looking and are concerned. As a matter of fact, the Louisiana federal judge blocked the president's COVID vaccine mandate nationwide for healthcare workers. That took place. So that certainly is a big deal. Constitutionally, where we stand. These are important things that have to be looked at and discussed. And you got to stop with the feels. You got to stop with the feels. Like emotionally, I'm attached to this. And somehow there are the elites that are out there who are trying to tell us that it's their way that's going to solve all the problems of the world. You know, it's the feels of I feel like I am a fill in the blank and therefore you need to treat me that way. The feels of I feel like that if everybody would just be vaccinated, all of this would go away. I get the feels. You got to stop with the feels. And ultimately, we have to answer to the facts that are out there. All right, 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. Streaming live, drewsteele.com is the website. Steele has 3 E's. We appreciate you watching and subscribing to the podcast. Hey, before we go to break, Jake, let me just mention this, that I know that there are a lot of people that have been looking this holiday season as the gift time. The gift-giving season is here. Trying to figure out exactly what to do, where they're going to go, what they're going to buy, what they're going to get for their loved one. And you've been wondering, good gift ideas, great gift ideas. I've got one for you. If you're considering, you should consider a local company like Naples Soap Company. And if you know anything about Naples Soap Company and Deanna Wallen, who was on just a couple of weeks ago as we were talking about her supply chain issues with the business and how she's been combating it and doing just a fantastic job. And again, a local business, a Southwest Florida business that is trying to keep up on everything that is happening and keep the business alive and running and well and doing such a fantastic job with great gift ideas, maybe like a holiday gift box that has natural soaps, bath bombs, body butter, sea salt soaps, hand and body lotions. By the way, Naples Soap Company has 6 locations around Southwest Florida. You could visit naplessoapcompany.com if you want to order for the holidays. You can do that right now online or visit one of their stores. Or if you would like to find out how fantastic a holiday gift box from the Naples Soap Company is, you can call right now and let's get you one as a gift. Caller number 9 at 239-479-5592. Find out for yourself how great a Naples Soap Company holiday gift box is by getting one and winning one right now. 239-479-5592. We'll take the 9th call to get you that Naples Soap Company holiday gift box. It is fantastic. All right, let's go to a break right now and find out. We're going to be warming up. It's really crazy. It's going to be like, what, 80s for the rest of the week, 50s for the low. It's kind of like that. I'm bundled up. I've got my parka on. Wait, I got to get my T-shirt out of the car. It's, yeah. Let's find out what's happening with the forecast. Wake News meteorologist Casey Sherman's got it.
We're heading into another nice and slightly warmer day for your Wednesday. Temperatures will be pushing back into the upper 70s to lower 80s for daytime highs under a mix of sun and clouds by this afternoon. Winds will be out of the east-southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Partly cloudy but dry as we head into tonight. Your Thursday morning featuring a low near 59 degrees. We're back to 81 for your Thursday afternoon with a mostly sunny sky. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
The news you need. The host you trust. Getting it right all day and all night. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window, and we would like to manufacture and install your windows. Only New South offers true factory direct windows to you. Only New South has a